Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Last Raps Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Tonight, we are going to be bringing you the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks hosting the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham fighters. It is the second game of the three-game set. Last night, it was the Hawks taking the first game of the series 6-4 behind the pitching of Carter Stewart Jr. Stewart Jr. increased his record to 6-2 on the season. Taking the loss for the fighters was Takayuki Kato, who dropped to 4-7. Yuki Matsumoto had picked up his seventh save of the year. So these two ball clubs here, both are sitting in a playoff position as we speak, but it is the Fukuoka Ball Club who is running away with the Pacific League, as they are now 61-30 with three ties. The 10-game lead over the Chibalote Marines. They're comfortably 13 games ahead of tonight's opponent, the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham fighters. Well, we'll give you, first of all, the starting lineups from the visitors from Hokkaido. And leading off tonight, it is going to be the left fielder, number 8, Daiki Asama. Hitting second and playing third base is number 30, Yuya Gunji. Third at first base is number 21, Kataro Kiyomiya. The cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 2, Ariel Martinez. Batting fifth and playing in center field is number 7, Go Matsumoto. Hitting sixth at second base tonight is number 38, Kaz Ishii. Batting seventh in right field is number 66, Chusei Manami. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is number 23, Tori Fushimi. Batting ninth is the shortstop, number 58, Taiki Narama. They're going to be facing Kohei Arihara, who was the first pitcher in the NPB this year to reach 10 wins. He is 10-4 on the season. He's worked 114 and 2/3 innings. He's allowed 77 hits, 28 runs, 24 which have been earned. He's walked 27 and struck out 83, and he's got himself an earned run average of 1.88. That's your starting lineup for the fighters. Now the starting lineup for the home team from Fukuoka. Leading off tonight and playing in left field is number 32, Tetsuro Yanagamachi. Hitting second at shortstop is number 6, Kenta Imamiya. Hitting third at third base is number 24, Ryoya Kurihara. The cleanup spot and playing first base is number 25, Hotaka Yamakawa. Batting in the 5 spot and doing the designated hitting is number 3, Kensuke Kondo. Hitting sixth and in right field is number 31, Tomoya Masaki. Hitting seventh and doing the catching is number 19, Takuya Kai. Batting eighth at second base is number 0, Hikaru Kawase. And batting ninth is the shortstop, number 23, Yukio Shudo. And they are going to be facing Haruka Namoto, who is making only his second appearance of the season. He's got no record on the year. He's worked 2 innings. He's allowed 3 hits, 3 runs, all of which were earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2 as he takes to the hill tonight for Hokkaido. Well, those are your starting lineups. The first pitch is about 3-4 minutes away, and we'll be right back in just a couple with all the action. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball. We're just a couple of moments away from the first pitch of the ball game as the ceremonial first pitches are completed and Kohei Arihara is on his way to the mound. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kohei Arihara is completing his warm-up tosses, and we're about ready to get this one underway. Coming up for the fighters will be Daiki Asama, Yuya Gunji, Kentaro Kiyomiya to get things going. This game here is going to be one of the earlier starts tonight. As far as the other games are concerned, in an hour's time at the Kyocera Dome, it will be the Marines and the Buffaloes. In 2 hours' time, it'll be the Eagles and the Lions from the Balluna Dome. All of the games in the Central League go off in 4 hours' time. It'll be the Dragons and the Carp. It'll be the Tigers and the Bay Stars, the Swallows and the Giants. Well, Arihara has completed his warm-up tosses, and we are ready to get this one underway. Asama strides to the plate. The Hawks are wearing their bright yellow uniforms with the white pants. We saw those last weekend as the fighters are in their light blue tops with the gray pants. And the first pitch is a fastball that is swung on and missed. We are underway. So no balls and one strike to Asama. Asama on the season hitting .261. He's got a homer and 5 runs driven in. He bats from the left side against the right-handed throwing Arihara. Kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that bounces up to the plate. The count runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Arihara, the first to get to 10 wins, as we had mentioned in the opener. He has been cruising this season as the ace of the Hawks. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 1-2 on Asama. Actually, that last pitch was a changeup. It looked like it was more of a 12-swing breaking ball, but on further review out of the hand, change piece there from the right-hander. So here comes the 1-2 offering as Arihara kicks and delivers. As a fastball swung on, it is grounded over to the right side. A diving play by the second baseman in shallow right field is Kawase, but he throws it wide to first base. And reaching safely is going to be the runner. Nice play by Takuya Kai to back up the play. That is going to hold Asama at first. We're going to get a look at this. I have a feeling that that is probably going to be ruled a base hit because he really had to go deep into the hole. They possibly may have had a chance to get him. The throw was wide of the bag. The first base coach had to do his best to get out of the way as he almost got hit. But regardless, no matter what, Asama is aboard here at first. And that is going to bring up Yuya Gunji to the plate. And for Gunji, he is hitting .272 on the season. He's got himself 10 homers and 42 runs driven in. And from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Arihara. Arihara flips it over to first base, and getting back easily is the runner Asama. Have to wait to see what the result on this was. Gunji did homer in last night's ball game off of Carter Stewart Jr., pushing him into the double-digit categories. Both he and Ariel Martinez are in the double-digit categories entering tonight's fray. As that fastball swung on and fouled away, the count is 0-1 to Gunji. Still waiting on the official scoring decision. I'm calling it a base hit. But we'll wait to put it in the books to see what the official score has to say. So Arihara gets himself a new baseball, ready to go to work again. Gunji gets himself set up. He's got a very open stance as he hits from the right side against the right-hander Arihara. Delivers a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Defensively tonight, for the Hawks from left to right field, it is Yanagamachi in left, the center fielder. As we hold our thoughts on that for just a moment, as the right-hander ready to deliver. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes to 2-1. Center fielder is Yukio Shudo, with the right fielder tonight is Tomoya Masaki. Around the horn from first to third, it is Yamakawa at first. The second baseman is Kawase, the shortstop. Imamiya, and the third baseman is Kurihara with the battery. Arihara and Kai. So here comes the 2-1 pitch as the right-hander Arihara holds to the set. Kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. This is lined foul into the seats down the right field line. It's going to even the count at 2-2 to Gunji. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow when we do the game between the Buffaloes and the Marines. It'll be an hour earlier start. So hopefully you can join us for that one. Checked out the starters yet. I understand that Roki Sasaki is supposed to be making a start. It's not tonight. It is Nishino versus Tejima. As the runner at first establishes his lead, that is Asama. And it was ruled an infield hit for the leadoff hitter of the Fighters. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. But Arihara steps off the backside, and we're going to reset ourselves and do this all over again. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Gunji. Arihara cycles through the signs with his catcher Kai. Now he gets something that he likes. He checks the runner at first base. Now he works himself to the set position. Kicks and delivers. There goes the runner. Here comes the throw down to second. It's not going to be in time. As that ball was in the dirt, it's going to run the count to full. But stealing second base was Asama. He's got himself a stolen base. That's his second of the year. It was a split finger pitch that was down in the dirt. Nice job by Kai to backhand it and come up throwing. But the throw was a little bit short of the base on the left field side. The shortstop Imamiya did a good job of getting his body in front of the ball and protecting it. But now they've got a runner in scoring position with a 3-2 count on the hitter here. So Kai gives his signs. The right-hander Arihara checks the runner at second. A nice healthy lead there. There's a fastball swung on. This ball's hit foul over on the first base side, and the count remains at 3-2 to Gunji. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Taro Kiyomiya waits his turn on deck, and it is Ariel Martinez who is in the hole. Fighters looking to cut the gap here. I have to say, I'm really impressed with the Fighters this year. They've punched above their weight as far as I'm concerned. I still don't know if they're going to make the playoffs. In fact, I don't think they will, as there's a fastball swung on. It's bounced slowly down the line at third, but the home plate umpire has come out. As he says it has hit the foot of Gunji. That's going to keep the count at 3-2. It's going to send Asama back to second base. I've said for a while that I believe the Fighters, as I say, punching above their weight, probably a year away. Next year, as far as I'm concerned, I could see the Fighters making it into the playoffs. I certainly saw the Buffaloes being in the playoffs. Maybe the Marines would be fighting it out with the Eagles, but it looks like it's the Marines and maybe it's the Fighters fighting it with the Eagles. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined down the right field line. It's just going to slice foul in front of the temporary seating. The battle is going to continue here with Yuya Gunji as the count remains at 3-2. You're here in the top of the first inning. It is Fighters and Hawks. Live commentary on the NPB Last Rounds Baseball. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Gunji. Runner at second, Asama. Nobody out here in the top of the first. Arihara gets his sign from his catcher, Kai. Nods in agreement as he works himself to the belt. Here comes the 3-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is going to be hit foul on the first base side of home plate, and the battle will continue. This is going to be the 10th pitch of the at-bat coming up. The right-handed hitting Yuya Gunji. Gunji was acquired in a trade a couple of years ago with the Chichi Dragons, and he is starting to get some playing time, more consistent time here as that split finger pitch misses down and away. And that is going to be ball 4 as he's going to get himself aboard with a walk. That'll bring up the first baseman, Kataro Kiyomiya. Just to finish our thoughts on Gunji. Gunji was acquired in a trade last year from the Chichi Dragons, the soon-to-be 27-year-old, or after the season 27-year-old. A chance to play regular with the Fighters, or more regular. This is his 87th game of the season. So Gunji getting the opportunities to spread his wings in Hokkaido. Well, that brings Kataro Kiyomiya to the plate. Kiyomiya batting from the left side. He's hitting .268 on the year, 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. It's the start at first base tonight as the right-hander Arihara delivers. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to score a run. Fielding it and firing it in is the left fielder Yanagamachi, but an RBI single for Kiyomiya has opened the scoring for the Fighters as they are now ahead 1-0. Asama scores and Gunji stops at second. So the Fighters are off and running here in the top of the first inning with a 1-0 lead, and that is going to bring up the designated hitter, Ariel Martinez. And for Martinez, he's entering the fray tonight, hitting .243, 11 homers, and 47 runs batted in. Certainly Ariel Martinez would know a lot about the Dragons, as that's where he began his NPB career. He was the first catcher in over 20 years to start in the NPB as an import. Japanese do produce their fair share of catchers. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. Moving back in front of the warning track is Yanagamachi, and he makes the catch, tagging it second. Then firing on the brakes is Gunji. Martinez hit the ball on the screws, just didn't get it underneath it enough. Not enough loft, and he just missed it. That is going to retire him for the first out of the inning, but he hit the ball hard. That is now going to bring up the center fielder, Go Matsumoto. Parentelis Frank in the house tonight. We got runners at first and second, one gone now. So that is going to bring Go Matsumoto to the plate, who's hitting .253 on the season with a homer and 15 runs batted in. Matsumoto will be somebody who will be hard to double up if he keeps the ball on the ground. He does run well. 30-year-old getting the nod in center field tonight. Right-hander Arihara ready to go again. He checks the runner at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and one strike to Matsumoto. The PayPay Dome in Fukuoka is a retractable dome. I think I've only seen it open once, and it's certainly not open today. Kind of a neat piece. Calling game one night, and the dome was wide open. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 0-2. It makes you wonder why they would make a retractable dome if they keep it closed most of the time. So no balls and two strikes it is here to the center fielder Matsumoto. Arihara trying to dig himself out of a jam. Checks the runner Gunji at second. He works himself set to the belt. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As we mentioned at the top of the stream, we said tomorrow night we'll be on the air an hour earlier. That means it's going to be midnight Eastern or 9 Pacific. It'll be the game between the Marines and the Buffaloes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the right-hander delivers. Breaking ball swung on, grounded past the diving shortstop into left field. Here comes the throw to the plate, but slamming on the brakes at third base is the runner Gunji. So Matsumoto's got himself a single. That's going to load the bases with 1 out. Advancing to second is Kiyomiya. Stopping at third is Gunji. That is going to bring up the second baseman, Kazishi. So the Fighters coming out here, swinging the bat in the first inning. They have got themselves 3 base hits, as well as a base on balls to get the 1 run on the board. So Ishii coming to the plate with his .267 batting average. He's got 4 homers and 17 runs batted in. Bases full of Fighters, only 1 out here. They're in at the corners, and they're double play depth up the middle. They're looking to try to turn themselves a pair. Here comes the first offering from Arihara, and it's a fastball that bounces up to the plate for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. As we said, I kind of like those yellow tops that the Hawks have. I've got this like white, I'm not sure what they would call it, almost like a fiery trim. Even on the brim of the cap that they're wearing, it's got like this splash. It's kind of a neat look if you're into gold or yellow, whatever you would want to call it, almost canary yellow. Breaking ball misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Ishii. I often say about the aces, if you're going to get to them in the first inning before they can get a feel for that ball coming out of their hand and how they can really settle down. Well, the fighters are doing their part here against the ace of the Hawks staff in Kohei Arihara. Here comes the 2-0 pitch as the right-hander works himself to the set. Checks the runner, and now Arihara delivers. Fastball swung on and grounded foul just past the bag at first base, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. We'll get a chance ourselves in the next couple of weeks, 22 days until we are back in the land of the rising sun. So we have a few things that are planned for that. Ishii had to return to the dugout to get himself a new piece of lumber. He'd broken that bat on the foul ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Going to be at the Giants and Swallows game 3 weeks from Tuesday and Wednesday. First, a live look at the Jingu Stadium. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses inside. It's now 3-1. Nowhere to put Ishii. Going to have to get something good to hit here. After that's done, we'll follow it up with a couple of games in Chiba, with a couple of games in Saitama, and more than likely one in Yokohama. Just a short little jaunt this time. Hopefully be able to catch ourselves a good solid 6 or 7 games in a very short window. Here's the 3-1. Fastball swung on and tap foul over on the first base side. Count now 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kaz Ishii. Like when he fouled that pitch off, it was like between his legs. It was almost like he nutmegged himself. You use a soccer term or a football term, depending on what side of the ocean that you're on. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Chusei Manami waiting his turn on deck. He's probably licking his chops with base runners on. There's a fastball swung on and missed. And Arihara retires Ishii for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone now here, and that's going to leave it all up to the right fielder, Chusei Manami. For Manami, he has slipped in the batting order. We've watched him hitting pretty much in the top 3 spots for most of this year. Batting in the 7th spot tonight, hitting .248 with 13 homers and 42 RBIs. Takuya Kai has made himself a journey out to the mound to have a conference with his right-hander, Arihara, to discuss how they're going to pitch Manami. This would be a coup here if Arihara would be able to get out of this inning with only allowing 1 run. Fighters have their opportunity to put some crooked numbers on the board here. So Manami digs himself in. 24-year-old waiting on the first offering. That's from the right side against the right-handed throwing Arihara. Now time has been called as Takuya Kai has stepped up. So Kai flashing the signs. Using a bit of a touch system here with the runners on base. As the right-hander Arihara holds himself set at the belt. Here comes the offering. Pitch on the way. It is a split finger pitch that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. I'll be hitting from the right side here against the right-hander. He's got himself waggling the bat. And then he looks in. 1-0 pitch on the way. Here it comes from Arihara. Split finger pitch misses down and away. Nice stop there by the catcher Takuya Kai. Runs the count now to 2-0. So the right-handed hitting Manami is going to get something fat here to hit in the next couple of pitches. 2 balls, no strikes, bases loaded. 2 gone here in the top of the first inning. Fighters already on the board. as the right-handed hitting Manami waits here on the offering from the righty Arihara. Shakes off his catcher once. He shakes him off again. And now time has been called as Manami doesn't want to wait any further. So that will cycle through the signs again. 2 balls, no strikes. 28 pitches already here for Arihara. The right-hander now nods in agreement with Kai. He checks the runners, works himself set to the belt. Here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Fastball misses down. It's now 3-0 to Manami. Friend Preston Gray says there's 2 outs. Who else has got big money on this game? That's a great question. Trevor says bases are loaded. Yes, they are. 3 balls and no strikes to Manami. Runner at third, Gunji. Runner at second, Kiyomiya. Runner at first, Matsumoto. Already 1 run on the board here for the Fighters in the top of the first inning, and they're looking for more. So Manami waiting here as he is waggling the bat. Here comes the pitch from Arihara. It's a fastball swung on. So we got green light 3-0, but he fouls that one off over on the first base side, and now it goes to 3-1. Opportunity here presents itself for the Fighters to blow this thing apart in the early going. The swing of the bat from Manami could possibly do that here, but if you think about it, earlier in the week, I think it was the Diamondbacks were playing somebody. I think it was Washington. Washington had put 5 runs on the board early, and the D-backs ended up winning the game. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, blind into right field, coming over toward the line, and making the catch on the run is Masaki, and that is going to do it. Manami hits the ball on the screws, but right to the glove of the right fielder, and that is going to do it for out number 3. Well, they got 1 run in the inning, did the Fighters, on the benefit of 3 hits. There was no errors and 3 runners left aboard. Through a half inning, it is the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 1 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks coming to bat. Stick around, guys. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys hanging with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. The left-hander Nemoto is getting his warm-up tosses completed here for the Fighters. He had made a start April the 14th against the Oryx Buffaloes. It was only 2 innings, and he had thrown 55 pitches, and he got kind of knocked around like a tin can. And he is going to be getting the start here for the Fighters in this one here. It'll be Tetsuro Yanagamachi, Kenta Imamiya, and Ryoya Kurihara to come to face the left-hander here in the top of the first inning. Our friend God is great in the house. He says, you're coming soon. You got it. Another 22 days away. We will be back in Japan. Looking forward to it as always. So Yanagamachi steps to the plate. He's hitting .324 on the year, a couple of homers and 21 runs driven in. Then he takes a first pitch fastball down and away. The count is quickly 1-0. Defensively tonight for the Fighters from left to right field, it is going to be Asama in left, Matsumoto in center, and Manami is in right. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Around the horn from first to third, Martinez is at first, Ishii at second. Arama is the shortstop. Gunji is at third with the battery. Nemoto and Fushimi as that breaking ball is swung at and fouled away, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Left-handed hitting Yanagamachi here, waiting on the offering from the lefty Nomoto, who kicks and fires. Fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, I'm not sure what Yanagamachi was looking at, but that pitch sawed the plate in half. And he is gone for out number one here in the bottom of the first. So one up and one away, and that'll bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Right now, this NPB game is the only game in town. The next one will get going in about 35 minutes' time. That is going to feature the Buffaloes and the Marines. There's a first pitch fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Imamiya. So no balls and one strike. Mia waiting on the offering, and there's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-1. Mamiya's enjoying himself a nice season. He's hitting .263. That's about 11 points higher than his career average. 3 homers and 23 runs batted in. Right-handed hitting shortstop waits on the offering. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. The other starters around the league tonight, as we'll get to that as well, as that breaking ball is swung on and is lifted foul down the right field line. Count goes to 2-2. Chiba sending Yuji Nishino to the mound, who's 8-5 this year, as the Buffaloes counter with Daiki Tajima, who's an even 4-4. Another game in the Pacific League has the Eagles and the Lions. Ryota Takanaka, who's 1-2, goes to the mound against Natsuki Takuchi, who is 6-2 for the Lions. As that pitch misses inside, and the count now goes full to Imamiya. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. In the Central League, Yudai Ono goes to the hill for the Dragons. He's 1-2 against Masato Morishita, who's 7-4 for the Carp. As that fastball misses inside, and that is going to be ball 4. Imamiya is aboard with a 1-out walk. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Swallows and the Giants are going off in the Battle of Tokyo. Giants are sending Haruto Inoue to the mound. He's 4-4 against Keiji Takahashi, who's 3-5. And Kotaro Otake at 7-5 goes to the hill for the Tigers tonight in Yokohama against Teruki Yoshino, who's 0-1. Gives you all the starters around the NPB tonight. Angel in the house here. As the pitch is on the way, it's a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Kurihara, a bit of a late strike. Late call from the home plate umpire, so no balls and 1 strike it is, as a lefty-lefty matchup is on hand here. As the Moto checks the runner, now delivers. Fastball again, taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. Kurihara hitting .272 on the season with 9 homers and 53 runs batted in. Probably been one of the bigger beneficiaries of moving up in the lineup. Yuki Yanagita out for this extended period. So no balls and 2 strikes as the lefty works himself to the set. And here comes the pitch. Kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul into the seats down the right field line. Lots of souvenirs in that area of the park. The foul ball off the bat of Imamiya was in pretty much the same area a few moments ago. Curious to see how Nomoto is going to make out here tonight. As we said, it's been almost 4 months since he made his last start, 3.5 months. Be precise. Here's the 0-2 pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that, not sure where that misses because the catcher, Tori Fushimi, held on to that one a little extra longer. He didn't like the call. We'll get a look at that one again. I know they have the K zones and all the rest of that stuff. But boy, oh boy, did that look pretty good. We'll get the overhead view of that. And I'll say Fushimi had a pretty good case on that one. That's going to run the count to 1-2. Home plate umpire saw otherwise, and he's really the one that counts. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It is a slow breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Kurihara. CE joins in here and he says, where can we watch? Well, it depends on where you're at, CE. Might be able to help you out. Depending on what country you're listening in, dictate a little bit of where you can find the game or where you can't. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Kurihara as the lefty holds to the set. Kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to first. Fielded by the first baseman, and he fires it into left field. So that is Kiyomiya, who is playing at first base tonight. He gets the ball. He throws it to the left field side of the bag at second base. It gets by Narama into left field, and that is going to be an error charged to the first baseman. Oh, that was ugly. It looked like for sure they were going to get one. He had to charge the ball. He makes the play, and he absolutely spikes it. So now the Hawks have been gifted an opportunity as they've got runners at first and second and 1 gone. So runners at first and second on the error by the first baseman. The ugly defense is shown up here for the Fighters. Friend CE says he's in the United States. Well, we'll get to that in a minute here. We'll try to help you out. One of the ways you can do it is through live QQ. The lefty holds to the set position. He kicks and delivers. It is a fastball that misses inside. Count is 1 ball and no strikes to Otaki Yamakawa. Yamakawa hitting .221 on the season, 18 homers and 62 runs bounded in. To do a Google search on that, but I'll have to Google through some Chinese script to get you there. Here comes the 1-0 offering. As the lefty holds set, now delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count's 1-1. One of our other customers has told us that if you get Amazon Prime in Japan, if you've got a VPN, Amazon Prime has been carrying games, so you might be able, that might be an option for you. But if you're trying to, if it shows your location from the States, you might not be able to get it. Yahoo Japan also was carrying games, but their games were limited. There's a breaking ball that misses down. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at second, Imamiya. Runner at first, Kurihara. There's 1 out here in the last half of the first inning. The big fella Hataka Yamakawa at the plate here with a 2-1 count. Other thing CE is that there are some other folks that will come in and they can help you along the way a little bit. We have a whole listing of stuff on our members only page for some other options, but those are just the ones off the top of my head. DAZN used to carry it too in the States, but I don't think they're carrying it these days. Fastball misses down. It's now 3-1 to Yamakawa. EP says, let's go Mets. There you go. So 3 balls and 1 strike here to Yamakawa. The runners are at first and second with 1 gone. Fukuoka threatening here as they're looking to try to get the run back that they gave up in the top of the first inning. Yamakawa is a man who could put 3 on the board with 1 swing of the bat. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Nemoto. He checks the runner at second, now delivers. Breaking ball, waved at and missed. The count now goes full at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. As mentioned, if you are new to the channel, tomorrow night we're going to be back on the airwaves again an hour earlier in North America. It'll be at 9 o'clock Eastern time, midnight if you're on the Pacific, 9 o'clock Pacific, midnight Eastern time, as we are going to do the Buffaloes and the Marines. Here comes the 3-2 pitch as the lefty kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, waved at and missed. And Yamakawa's in the books. He's gone for the second out of the inning. That is going to leave it all up to the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. For Kondo, he's hitting .333 on the season. He's got himself 15 homers and 54 runs batted in. He also last night hit a home run, but not just one, he hit a pair. They said it was the first time in his career that he had hit 2 homers in 1 ball game. So Kondo batting here, the 30-year-old, hitting from the left side of the plate. Arguably one of the most dangerous hitters in all the NPB. So here comes the first offering from the lefty, who kicks and delivers, and Nomoto misses with a fastball upstairs for ball one. Count is 1-0. Battle of first versus third. Hawks are in first place. Fighters holding on to the third place spot, chasing the Marines, being followed closely by the Eagles. Here comes the lefty Nomoto, ready to go again. The 1-0 pitch is on the way. He checks the runner and delivers. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now runs even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Full house at the PayPay Dome, we would expect tonight to be announced or fairly close to it. Lots of fans in the stands for this one here, as it is 1 ball and 1 strike to Kondo. Now Kondo has asked for time, as hasn't quite got himself set. Now he gets himself back in the batter's box, and he's ready to go again. Left-hander against the left-hander. Nomoto leans in, gets the sign from his catcher, works himself a set. As the 1-1's on the way, checks the runner at second, kicks and fires. Breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left center field. Moving over with plenty of space as he calls off the center fielder is Daiki Asama, and he's there to make the catch. And that is going to do it. The Hawks, they threaten, but they don't score. Squander an opportunity for themselves here in the first inning. There was no runs in the inning, no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left aboard. We're now through 1 complete. Your score is the Fighters 1 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Appreciate you guys for hanging in with us tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a few. Welcome back, everybody. Whether you guys are new or old, we appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight, whether it's live or on delay as well, as we are going to be bringing you the top of the second inning. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to come to bat for the Fighters. That means Tori Fushimi, Taiki Narama, and the top of the order in Daiki Asama. And we were talking a little bit earlier. Also, the Zone has carried games in the States. I think last year it was Friends to Friends were also carrying games at one point. FTF, but I don't believe they were live. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So obviously I'm not in the States, so I can't help you on that. I know our friends in Japan were also saying that there's not a lot of games on TV, as it seems like the Olympics are taking the care of their network, as the fastball is taken for a called strike. Count is now 1-1, and I certainly hope that by the time I'm in Japan that the Olympics will be over. Have to watch any of that stuff. We just get down to what we're there for, and that is some baseballs. That fastball swung on and lifted foul into the seats down the third base line, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Fushimi. Fushimi hitting .264, no homers and 13 RBIs. The former Buffalo catcher, or backup catcher at one point in time, was off a couple of seasons ago to the Fighters. There's a fastball swung on. It is Grounded foul on one hop, and it bounces into the seats, into that temporary seating area, and it's going to keep the count at 1-2. Got to like it if you're not familiar with the Japanese baseball. In some of the areas, they have these temporary seating where you're seated in front of the netting. The balls come in hot, and the fans, not all, but most of the fans are sitting there wearing helmets. The 1-2 is on the way. It's a split finger pitch. Waved that and missed. Fushimi's in the books. He's gone for the first out of the inning. That's 3 in a row now retired by Arihara. Bring up the shortstop in Taiki Narama. So they have these fans that are sitting there, and there are some absolute missiles that go flying in there. And if you've never been to a Japanese game, they always make the announcement, it seems like about 3 or 4 seconds after a foul ball goes into the seats, about watch out for foul balls. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and count is 0-1. Used to be commonplace that you weren't allowed to keep the foul balls when they went into the stands, but that wasn't something I saw last year. So that split finger pitch is swung on and missed, and it looks like it's come up and hit the umpire. Got him in an awkward spot. Takuya Kai checking on the home plate umpire. That was a split finger pitch that was swung on, foul tipped down into the dirt. Kai couldn't get it. Oh, that's why. It's like he got it in the family jewels. It's going to leave a mark. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Narama. Every male that's listening to the call on this one here can appreciate that. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is 1-2. That'll stiffen you up and stand you up a little bit. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Narama. Is Arihara ready to go again? As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball that just misses off the outside corner, and the count now is 2-2. It was 31 pitches in that first inning for Arihara. He really had to work. He's looking like he's settling in. Here's the 1-2. Fastball swung on, grounded over to short. Fielded by Imamiya. He fires across the diamond. That is going to retire Narama on a ground out 6-3, and that'll be 2 out and bring up the top of the order in Daiki Asama. Our friend Zay is in the house tonight, and he says, "Go Fighters." Zay is our resident Fighter fan. We appreciate you for stopping in, Zay. So 2 gone here, and it'll bring Asama to the plate, who is 1 for 1 tonight. He scored the only run for the Fighters. Had a single, he stole second, and was driven home on a RBI single off the bat of Kataro Kiyomiya. As the first pitch is a breaking ball that falls in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. A little questionable whether Asama was going to be given the hit. It was a ground ball deep into the 4-hole. The second baseman, Kawase, had to field, and then he got up and he fired it away, but Asama was able to make it there. There's a split finger pitch that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2. So balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander Arihara holding himself set at the belt. He checks the runner. And here comes the 0-2 offering. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count now is 1-2 to Asama. Wonder if that first inning, if the Fighters will come back to kick themselves as they had loaded the bases with only 1 out. Only able to get that 1 run across. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fastball taken for a called 3rd strike. Oh, Asama, he stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 3. And that's going to do it here for the Fighters in the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. That is 5 in a row retired by Arihara. We are moving to the bottom of the second inning. Your score is the Fighters 1 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll see you on the flip side of this. Bottom of the second is just around the corner. We'll be right back in just a few. Fighters 1, Hawks no score. Hang tight, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom half of the second inning, and our friend CV Baseball Card Collector is in the house. Welcome, CV, to listening in. Appreciate you for stopping on by tonight. It is going to be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters to come to bat for the Hawks here in inning number 2, and that means Tomoya Masaki, Takuya Kai, and Hikaru Kawase here to face the left-hander Haruka Nemoto. The lefty kicks and delivers, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and away for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. 25 pitches for the lefty in inning number 1. He is making his second start of the season. Breaking ball misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Those of you who are new to the channel, we do these games fairly regular. We were off for a while. It's been a busy spring as that fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Masaki. So 2 balls and 1 strike. We have another one tomorrow, and then we'll take a look at what we're going to do for the rest of the week, because that fastball is swung on and fouled away. Count is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Tomoya Masaki. Masaki hitting .317 on the year with the homer and 12 RBIs. He's been getting a chance to play a little bit more regularly, especially with Yuki Yanagita not in the lineup. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses down. It's going to run the count to 3-2. So far, of the 6 batters faced tonight by Nemoto, he has gone full to 3 of them. It's been a bit of a slog here for the left-hander as he works himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field, moving back, and this one's going to get over the head of Matsumoto. It's off the wall. Rounding first and heading to second is the right fielder Masaki, and he's going to get himself a stand-up double. Oh boy, that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying right over the head of the center fielder Matsumoto all the way to the wall. So Masaki is aboard with a leadoff double, and that's going to bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. It was interesting the way that even Matsumoto didn't think it was going to carry. I'm just taking a look at the replay of that one, and got to tell you, it just kept going and going and going. Much like the Energizer Bunny. Well, that is going to bring up the catcher Takuya Kai. Kai's enjoying himself a pretty nice run of late here. Homered in the Eagles series. He's got his average up to 258 on the year. 5 homers and 33 runs batted in. Certainly Kai not known for his offense as much as he's known for his defense. He's had a good run of swings lately. Here comes the first offering to him. Fastball that moves him off the plate, and Kai gives the pitcher a pretty disgusting look. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes to Kai. Kai had homered in last night's game as well. As I said, he had also homered in the series against Tohoku. So 1 ball and no strikes. You're getting offense from Takuya Kai. It's an added bonus. Got a very open stance. Keeps himself crouched very low. Here's the 1-0. Breaking ball misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes to Kai. Left-hander Nemoto ready to go back to work again. The runner at second, Masaki, he's there because of the leadoff double to start the inning. Kai waggling the bat as the lefty Nemoto works himself set. Here comes the pitch. As he checks the runner, now it's on the way, and it is a breaking ball that misses down and in. It's now 3-0. Nothing more that drives you crazy as a manager when the bottom part of the batting order is doing the damage. Wonder how long that they will leave Nomoto out there for. As we said, it was only about 58 pitches in his first start, but he only won a couple innings back in the month of April. And command is a bit of an issue here as he has walked one batter already tonight. Here's the 3-0 pitch. Fastball misses up and away. It's going to be ball 4, and Takuya Kai is going to be aboard with a walk. And so now the Hawks have got runners at first and second with nobody out, and it's going to bring up the second baseman, Hikaru Kawase. One would have to think it's going to be a bunt situation right here. That is, they have a conference to the mound here, and looks like they're going to talk over what they're going to do, but I would have to think that the bunt defense will be in full play. So by our count here tonight so far in this one, the total number of pitches for Nomoto, we're just going to get that added up. He is right around that 50% mark in balls and strikes. He's thrown 35 pitches and 18 of them have been for balls, 17 strikes. That's not going to do it. Squaring to bunt is Kawase. He bunts it right back to the pitcher. They go to third, and it's going to be in time. Oh, so not the best of bunts. Kawase drops it right back to the pitcher. It's going to be a fielder's choice. It retires Masaki at third. That's going to go in the books as a 1-5 putout. He's gone for the first out of the inning. Kawase is going to be safe at first on the fielder's choice. Advancing to second is Kai. We got to look at the replay. Could not have been a worse bunt. Right down the first base line, right down the third base line, you've got a pretty good chance either way of having success. Anything but to the pitcher. Kawase can't get the job done. That's going to put Hawks at first and second with one out. It's Yukio Shudo, the fleet-footed center fielder, coming to bat. And here's the first pitch. Fastball taken at the knees for a call and strike. The count is 0-1. Shudo hitting .249, couple of homers, and 16 runs driven in. He has struggled lately as he finds himself all the way down in the 9-hole. Here in the bottom of the second inning, Hawks find themselves down 1-0 to the Fighters. Here comes the 0-1 pitch as Nomoto checks the runner Kai at second. Now delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled away. Boy, it looks like the home plate umpire tonight is going to be wearing the proverbial bullseye. It looks like the second time tonight. That was off the glove of the catcher and then off the mask of the umpire. So by my count, that's the third time tonight he has been hit. We're only here in the second inning. That's the way it goes sometimes. The umpires, they just get beat up left and right. So no balls and 2 strikes to Yukio Shudo as the lefty Nomoto holds set. Checks the runners, and here comes the offering. As the lefty kicks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into left center field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, and it's going to be kicked away by the left fielder, Asama, and it goes right to Matsumoto. And coming around to score is Takuya Kai. And then stopping at third is Kawase, and Yukio Shudo is going to go into second base. So it's going to be a base hit single, and then it was Asama playing soccer out in left field. That allows Shudo to advance to second. I still believe he's going to get himself an RBI on that one. Kai would have scored with or without the play. Stopping at third is Kawase, but wow, what a bizarre play that was. So a single and an error by the left fielder. That's the second error in as many innings for the Fighters. That puts runners at second and third with one gone. I have to get a look at the replay of that one again. It looked like it was just a routine ball that he had to move to his left and stop. More than likely would have had runners at first and second. As here comes the first pitch to Yanagamachi, and it's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Our friend Preston says, let's go Fukuoka. Well, unbelievable. The first run on the board here for the Hawks. The lefty Nomoto working himself to the set, ready to go again here. Deliver the pitch to Shudo. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses upstairs, and the count now, to Yanagamachi, and the count now goes to 2-0. Shudo, the runner at second. The runner at third is Kawase here with one gone in the second inning. Kenta Imamiya will wait his turn on deck. Magdolio says under 7.5, please. Well, I don't know if that is going to come through tonight. Certainly Arihara can do his part. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1. With Nomoto on the mound here, I think I'd be biting my fingernails in this one. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Yanagamachi digs himself back in. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out looking his first time up. Lefty-lefty matchup as Nomoto works himself set. Now he kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed. And the count now is even at 2-2. Our friend Lo Flynn says he needs the over at 6.5, as does Preston Gray. I got to tell you, I just have a feeling that over 6.5. I usually don't like the overs in the NPB, but I just get the feeling in this one here tonight. There's going to be some runs thrown up on the board. It's certainly not Arihara's evening to begin. Moto looks equally as shaky, but so does his defense. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field, moving over toward the line, and making the catch is Asama, tagging at third and heading home. With the second run of the game is Kawase, and that is a sacrifice fly to left with an RBI given to Yanagamachi, and that is now a 2-1 lead here for the Hawks. As Kawase has scored, staying at second is Shudo. Our friend Lo Flynn says he hopes it lands on 7 so they both win. Friend Preston says he's also got the money line parlayed the under 6.5 in the Hiroshima game. So that brings Kenta Imamiya to the plate, who officially does not have it bad. He has 1 walk tonight. So he's got 1 walk in his trip to the plate. I wonder if that run is going to be an unearned run. You wait and see on that. As the lefty Nomoto holds to the set. Here's the pitch to Imamiya, and it's a fastball that misses down for a ball, and the count is 1-0. We welcome everybody into the stream tonight, whether you are listening live or on delay. It's great to have you with us here on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Hawks have just taken a 2-1 lead over the Fighters. It's 1 ball and no strikes to Imamiya with 2 out and a runner at second. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, bounced right back to the pitcher. Nomoto knocks it up into the air, catches it, throws to first. It takes the first baseman off the bag, but they are able to recover. That's going to go as a ground out 1-3, but not from some excitement there. Would have thought a ground ball to the pitcher would have led to some excitement. And that is going to do it here. We got 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was an error and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 2 complete innings. Your score is the Hawks 2 and the Fighters 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. We appreciate you guys for hanging in. I'll give you my thoughts when we return right after this.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters to come to bat here for the Fighters in inning number 3. That means Yuya Gunji, Kotaro Kiyomiya, and Ariel Martinez. Our friend Bagdolio says, what is our prediction? Well, our prediction before this game would have started, I would have said probably Fukuoka playing at home behind Arihara, who has been an absolute lights-out pitcher this year in the NPB. The first pitcher in the NPB to get to 10 wins, as we mentioned at the top of the stream. But he had gone off to a bit of a shaky start. I would have also said because of the starter for the Fighters, only making his second appearance of the year. First pitch fastball misses outside to Gunji, and the count's 1-0. Gunji walked his first time up tonight. Had a really good at-bat against the veteran Arihara. 45 pitches in the first 2 innings for Arihara, not the most economical. As that fastball is lifted foul down the right field line, and the count goes to 1-1. With regards to the over-under, I think that there could be, if the over-under is 6.5, I would probably say the over in this particular one here tonight. And I don't usually like to play the overs a lot. Fastball misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-1. In Japanese baseball, certainly the unders or low-scoring affairs are usually on the docket, but the Fighters' defense, the offense that the Hawks can provide, certainly the pitching here tonight, I can see an over happening for sure with those numbers. As there's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, the count is 2-2. Of course, that might be the announcer kiss of death, where the scoreline may stay the rest of the way and the bats go silent. But I would think that probably a good chance at a over in this one here. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball's hit on one hop over to second, fielded by Kawase. He throws to first, and Gunji is retired on the ground out 4-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Kotaro Kiyomiya. Trevor says, I think the under 6.5 is hitting. Well, that is definitely, I would say, probably wishful thinking. But as of right now, Trevor, you're smelling like a rose, because that is where we stand. So here comes the first pitch to Kiyomiya. It's a breaking ball swung on, grounded softly to second. Fielded neatly by the second baseman, Kawase, who throws to first, and that is going to retire Kiyomiya on a ground out, 4-3. So 2 up and 2 away, both the same way, and that'll leave it up to the designated hitter, Ariel Martinez. And Lo Flynn says, as of right now, his money line is at 9.5. If that's what the new line is, and I don't think it's going to go over the 9.5, but we'll wait and see. So Martinez comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1 tonight. He lined out to the left fielder his first time up. The breaking ball drops in for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Martinez, 11 homers and 47 runs driven in on the year. He's one of those few players that is in scoring position the moment he steps into the batter's box. As the 0-1 is on the way, fastball swung on, and guess what? Grounded to second, fielded by Kawase. He's going to do all the work this inning. It's going to be a ground out 4-3 for the third out of the inning. They all go up and all go down the same way as the inning for the second baseman. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We are now through 2.5 innings. Your score is Fukuoka 2 and the Fighters 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us tonight on the Last Perhaps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll come back and chat with the chat a little bit more. We return after this. Hang tight. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving ourselves to the bottom of the third inning, and it's going to be the 3, 4, and 5 hitters to come to bat for Fukuoka. That means Ryoya Kurihara, Hotaka Yamakawa, and Kensuke Kondo. Friend Preston Gray says the Hard Rock in Tampa, Florida took away live betting on Japanese baseball. Interesting that that's the case. He says, I don't know, but it's killing me because betting is how I gain my living. So there's a first pitch, breaking ball, swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Kurihara. Kurihara 0 for 1 tonight. He reached on the error by the first baseman back in inning number 1. The lefty Nemoto on for the third inning here. Curious to see what his lifeline is going to look like tonight. The lefty matchup here as he kicks and fires. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now is 1-1. 46 pitches for the lefty here tonight in this one so far. As he gets himself the sign from his catcher Fushimi, kicks and delivers. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Yeah, this is going to be a single for Ryoya Kurihara. That will bring up the first baseman Hotaka Yamakawa. We've got Walfris Million in the house here tonight. I am glad you're here. Thanks for joining us. Last Perhaps Baseball YouTube channel. So if you can't watch it live, you can listen to it live. We'll give you all the updated action we possibly can as Hotaka Yamakawa comes to the plate, who is 0 for 1 tonight. He has struck out in his only plate appearance. Here's the first pitch from Nemoto. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into left field. Charging hard is Asama. It's going to keep the runner at second base, which stopping at second base is Kurihara. So a single for Yamakawa, and the Hawks here have something brewing again in inning number 3. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. And for Kondo, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He flew out to left field his first time up, and you can tell right now the fighters are on the blower as they want to get some action going in their bullpen. Nemoto looks like he may be past his expiry date pretty quick here. So Kondo striding to the plate, ready to face the left-hander for the second time tonight. As the lefty holds to the set, he checks the runner at second, now delivers. Breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Kondo. Kondo, one of the most dangerous hitters in the NPB. He's got himself 18 homers on the year to go with 62 runs driven in. These are the type of situations he lives for with runners on base. Friend CV says he's back. And Preston is pumping a fist, hoping for a Kondo home run. Here comes the 1-0 pitch as the lefty kicks and delivers. Fastball misses down. Count is now 2-0. Dolio says runners at first and second. Yep. You got Kurihara at second, Yamakawa at first. 2 balls and no strikes to Kondo with nobody out. As the lefty Nemoto ready to go back to work. And if I was the pitcher for the fighters, I'm not giving Kondo anything good to hit. He's going to have to dig something out of the dirt to make it work. Here comes the 2-0 offering. Pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball missing down and away. The count is now 3-0. Nemoto has worked 2+ innings, and he's allowed 2 walks so far in this one. CB says he's back, and glad to have you with us. I don't know if you took your cruise or not, CV. Glad to have you back in the fray here as your summer is coming to an end. So 3 balls and no strikes to the left-handed hitting Kondo as the lefty Nemoto now steps off the rubber as Kondo has stepped out the backside of the batter's box as time has been called. So 3 balls and no strikes. So the lefty Nemoto ready to go again. He holds to the set, checks the runner at second, kicks and delivers. Fastball misses up and in, and that's going to be ball 4. Kondo's going to give himself a walk. That's going to advance Yamakawa over to second. Kurihara is moving over to third, and it's going to bring Tomoya Masaki to the plate. The bases loaded and nobody out, but it's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout. There'll be a conference here with the pitcher Nomoto and the entire infield. The CV says he met a former Japanese ball player who played for the Angels. Was it a pitcher named Higashi Shioka or something along those lines? That'd be interesting if it was. He played in the early 90s or late 90s, probably late 90s, probably 97, 98. If that's the one that I'm thinking of. Friend Bagdolio says it looks bad, and right now it looks bad for a lot of people. Right now, it looks bad for those who took the under. It looks bad for the Hawks right now, or for the Fighters right now, as they got the bases loaded full of Hawks with nobody out. Masaki tonight is 1 for 1. He doubled his first time up, but he was erased on a fielder's choice. So the lefty Nomoto working himself to the set position. Bases full of Hawks. Pitch on the way. Fastball misses down, and the count is 1-0. CV says, Matt Moore. Oh, yeah, Matt Moore. Matt Moore, the former Tiger, Tampa Bay Ray, Texas Ranger. He played for Fukuoka. Matt Moore, I believe, if it's the same one who I'm thinking of. He's in his late 30s, if I'm not mistaken. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. I think he was a Blue Jay as well. So 2 balls and no strikes to Masaki. My friend Walfris is over 6.5. And CB says, yeah, with the Angels now. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to comment on Matt Moore here in a couple minutes because really was kind of unfortunate with some of his injuries. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses inside. It's now 3-0 here to Masaki. Nowhere to put him. You know he's going to have to get something fat here. Talking about Matt Moore, he was a Fukuoka SoftBank Hawk pitcher. He pitched with the Tigers all about 3 games, was outstanding, and blew his knee up trying to field the ball off the mound. Had some Tommy John surgeries, but it's really good that he's been able to extend his career. He's got to be like 36, 37 years old. Fastball, take it for a called strike. And the count now goes to 3-1. He was snake bitten with injuries. A lot of guys would give up, just pack it in because of their, you get an injury, you get another injury. I mean, how many injuries can you have? And then all of a sudden it just beats you down mentally. You got to give your hats off to Matt Moore. He just battled and battled through it. Recovery after recovery. Here's the 3-0-1 pitch. It's a fastball at the knees. Taken for called strike, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kondo, or to Masaki. Runner at third, Kurihara. Runner at second is Yamakawa. Kondo, the runner at first. Crowd is in full voice here. The SoftBank Hawk fans are cheering their club on. Here comes the 3-2. The lefty holds set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on. Ball's lifted into left field. Asama over. He makes the catch. Tagging at third and heading home is Kurihara with the 3rd run of the game. It's going to be a sacrifice fly for Masaki. That's going to drive in the 3rd run here for the Hawks. And staying at second is Yamakawa. Kondo stays at first. There's now 1 gone here in the inning, and that'll bring up the catcher, Takuya Kai. Well, for Takuya Kai tonight, he does not have an at-bat. He has a walk, and he has scored a run. He got the 1st run of the game for the Hawks. And that looks like it's going to be the end of the night for Nomoto. So hang tight, everybody. We are going to have ourselves a pitching change here. Nomoto's night is done. The score is 3-1 for the Hawks. They've got runners at first and second with 1 gone. We're going to take a little time out. We'll be right back in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. Bottom of the third, it's a pitching change. It is Hawks 3 and Fighters 1. We'll be back in just a few after this from our friend Matt.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the right-hander Tsubasa Nabatami who is coming into the ball game as he is taking over here for Haruka Nomoto. Bit of a rough outing here for the lefty as this was his second start of the year, and it kind of went the way of his first start as he was barely able to get through the second inning of work. So Tsubasa Nabatami on in relief. Yes, he will take over here with runners at first and second and one gone. So Tammy is just completing his warm-up tosses and will be ready to resume the action in just a moment. Friend Bagdolio said that not bad considering that he battled back from a 3-0 count to induce the flyout. That is for sure. Well, we certainly have double play possibilities all over the place. Takuya Kai batting here, he is officially does not have it at bat. He's got a walk and score a run his first time. Doesn't run particularly well, nor do any of the runners on base. So anything soft here hitting the infield, there is a chance for the Fighters to turn two. So Takuya Kai digs himself in, waiting on the first pitch here from Nabatami. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball swung on, grounded up the middle, and the pitcher let it go, only to go right past the middle infielders. And stopping at third is Yamakawa. They often say sometimes, are you better off to field it or let it go up the middle for the infielders to make the play? And the pitcher sort of pulled back on it, and the next thing you know, the ball had eyes, and it got past the infielders. We'll look at that one again. It was like he had a chance to get it, but no, he let that one go through, and that's going to load the bases. Our friend, they know LJ in the house here. He says the Hawks are winning this for sure. Well, they certainly are looking to put their stamp on it here. They got the bases loaded with one gone. It's going to bring up Hikaru Kawase to the plate. Kawase tonight reached on a fielder's choice. He later came around and scored the second run of the ball game. On the error by the left fielder. Pretty sure, or maybe it was an RBI on the single by Shudo. I think Shudo would have been given the RBI. So here is Kawase at the plate, and the pitch on the way is a fastball taken for a called strike. That pitch was at 94 miles an hour. The count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and one strike. Surprisingly, they're playing a little bit deep here for them. Base hit here could get them 2 runs. This Kawase here giving him a little bit more respect than I thought they would. You know, fielders are back. There's a breaking ball, drops in at the knees for a called strike, and the count is now 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Appreciate everybody who has popped in tonight. There is another game now underway in the Pacific League. This was the only show in town. It is the Buffaloes. They 1-0 lead over the Marines in the top of the second inning. They're looking to snap a 10-game losing streak. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on, grounded through the 4-hole into right field. That's going to be a base hit. Coming around to score is Yamakawa. Here comes the throw to the plate, and it is not going to be in time. And that looks like Kondo is going to score as well. And that's going to increase the scoreline to 5-1. So Kawase with a single and 2 RBIs. That's going to bring home Yamakawa and Kondo. I wonder if they'll take a look at Kondo because the throw looked like it was in time. He came in sliding. The home plate umpire almost got taken out on the play. We'll watch that one again. Past the glove of the diving first baseman, Kiyomiya. Nope, no tag there. As Kondo was able to get around the tag of the catcher, Fushimi. Takuya Kai goes around to third. That's going to put runners at second and third as Kawase went to second on the throw. Good piece of base running there by Kawase. Runners at second and third with one gone. It brings Yukio Shudo to the plate. First pitch to Shudo on the way. It's a fastball that misses up and in for ball one. So the Hawks here with a 5-1 lead now. So our friend Bagdolio says, was it a single or a double? It's a single, and he went to second on the throw. It is a 5-1 lead now here for the Hawks. Runners at second and third, one gone. Here comes the pitch. Fastball catches the inside corner. Count goes to 1-1. So now that it is 5-1, those who took the under at 6.5, you've got no wiggle room left. So 1 ball and 1 strike here to the left-handed hitting Shudo. The right-hander holds set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball that is swung on and lifted foul down the third base line, and the count now goes to 1-2. Bagdolio says, well, it looks like good night. Low Flynn says, now I can see why the live line was 9.5. Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what the fighters do the rest of the way here. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Shudo is batting here with 1 gone in the inning. Pitch on the way. Fastball swung on. This ball is knife foul into the seats down the left field line, keeping the count at 1-2. Our friend Zay is crying a little bit there. Well, Zay, it had to do the first 2 innings, 2 errors. Certainly didn't help the cause. The fighters' defense showed up, or lack of defense. They definitely are struggling in that department. You'll also be interested to see how Kohei Arihara responds. He's been sitting for quite a while. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded to short. They throw to first, and they're not going to be able to get the runner at first base. That ball was into the 6 hole, and they speed a Shudo. He's going to be able to beat it out. He's got himself an RBI single. Takuya Kai comes in to score. We'll have to get a look to see what happened to Kawase on that one, if he was able to advance or not. Shudo was able to shorten up, go the other way. Kawase does go to third. He had to do a bit of a U-turn around the diving shortstop, but that puts runners at the corners. The scoreline is now 6-1. Alfred says the scoreline 20, or the over-under 20 minutes before the game was 6.5. Well, that fell pretty quickly here. So for those of you who are probably going to be looking at the live lines from here on out, all of a sudden that 9.5 looks like it could be in jeopardy. That brings up the top of the order in Tetsuri Yanagamachi. He's officially 0 for 1 tonight. He's struck out looking, and he's had a sacrifice fly that's brought home a run. And the first pitch is a fastball that misses outside, and the count is quickly 1-0. 6-1 here, the lead for the Hawks. We'll update our ticker at the end of the half inning as we normally do. Or in a stoppage in play, the catcher Tori Fushimi out, ready to flash some signs. This is where you're going to check the character of the fighters here. Are they going to be able to battle and hang around in this one? So 1 ball and no strikes as the right-hander leans in and he gets the sign from his catcher Fushimi. And here comes the pitch. He kicks and fires. It is a fastball swung on and missed. Runs the count now even to 1-1 on Yanagamachi. Might have to start some diamond surfing earlier if this game gets out of hand. That's sometimes where we'll be flipping back and forth on the different games. So here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and it's grounded foul just past the first base coach's box. And the count now goes to 1-2 on Yanagamachi. As we mentioned, tomorrow night we'll be back in the saddle again earlier start tomorrow. So for those of you UFC fans who are watching, I don't know if there's a UFC fight tomorrow night with the Olympics going on. Last week, I couldn't believe that I think it was in Manchester, England. They were fighting, and that had to be at like 6 a.m. in the UK. Probably straight to the bar and right to the fights. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Yanagamachi as the right-hander holds set. Now delivers. Fastball taken. They throw down to second. It is in time, and they're going to nail the runner, Yukio Shudo. You don't see that very often, but Tori Fushimi flashing the arm. They gunned down Shudo at second base. I don't think they were able to cash the run either, so we're going to see that one again. What a pitch there by the pitcher. They faked like they were going to catch it. The throw down in time. Tag was a little bit high up. The runner at third pretty much held his ground, didn't even move. That was Kawase. So caught stealing is Shudo. Goes in the books 2-6. He's gone for the second out of the inning. Here's the 2-2 pitch, and it is a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. That last pitch looked like it could have been a strike call as well. But Yanagamachi in the books, he's gone for the third out of the inning. And that is going to do it here for inning number 3. 4 runs in the inning on the benefit of 5 hits. There was no errors, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the 4th inning. Your score is the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 6, the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Unreal. Lots of action here tonight. Hope you guys can hang in here with us.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 4th inning, and the first pitch delivered from Kohei Arihara is a split finger pitch that misses down to go Matsumoto, and it's 1-0. It'll be Matsumoto, Ishii, and Manami here to face the right-hander in the 4th inning. It is going to be a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now is 1-1. Our friend Craig Shaw in the house, he says his 18-year-old was at the Jays cafeteria with Kikuchi. Yes, he was. Not anymore, though, because he is no longer in the Blue Jay camp. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Matsumoto. It'll be Ishii and Manami to follow here. The Fighters find themselves in a 6-1 deficit. They're in the top of the 4th inning. As Arihara kicks and delivers, it's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-2. Craig breaking out his best Japanese. Our friend God is great in here earlier could have had a conversation with you. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Right-hander holds set, now kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded through the 6 hole into left field. Matsumoto is aboard for the second time tonight. He's got himself a leadoff single here in the 4th. Now it is going to bring up the second baseman, Kaz Ishii. Preston says he's praying that the Fukuoka Ball Club doesn't NC Dinos this lead away. I think it was the Washington Nationals had a 5-0 lead and blew it against the Diamondbacks earlier this week. That 5-0 lead came in the first inning. So that brings up to the plate Ishii, who's 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out in his only at bat, and he takes a slow breaking ball outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Our friend Craig is enlightening the stories in the chat. Of course it is, Craig. Appreciate you for hanging in here with us. Here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that is taken for a called strike. The count's 1-1. Haven't looked on eBay lately to see if any of the Shaw cards are still going for some of those outrageous prices. Have to go back and take a look. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as Arihara delivers a fastball that misses down, and the count is 2-1. This is not the sharpest Arihara that we've witnessed either, so if they get into the bullpen early, who knows what could happen. My friend Bagdolio said today the Diamondbacks started 5-0. 5-0. Preston said the NC Dinos had a 9-2 lead and lost. I don't really follow the Korean League so much. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch on the way. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Arihara already at 62 pitches here in the early part of the 4th inning. The right-hander ready to go again. Preston says the Korean League is free money. There is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. Count now goes to 3-2. Yeah, there's only like 3 or 4 teams in the Korean League that are worth talking about. Remember when ESPN would show the games, the Korean League was a little bit dicey. You'd watch the Korean baseball, and some teams that looked like they got a bunch of major leaguers on it. Some looked like they had a mix of major league and college players, and some teams that looked like that they were high school caliber. There's a fastball swung on, grounded over second, fielded on the knees by Kawase. He goes to second for 1, back to first, and it's not going to be in time. That is going to be a fielder's choice as Ishii was able to be safe on the back end. It erases Matsumoto 4-6. He's gone for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Chusei Manami. Nice play there by Kawase, able to move to his left, and he ended up throwing from his knees at second. It was amazing that they were able to actually almost turn a double play on that one. Flashing the leather was the second baseman there. And here comes the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Preston and Bagdolio and Wolfers all saying that the Korean baseball overs are insane. Well, Chusei Manami at the plate here with the 1-0 count. He could cut that lead in half. He's got the power to do so, and he swings at a fastball, drives this to deep left center field. Oh, boy, and what do you know? Here we go. We called it as that fastball is going to be deposited into the second row. Manami has hit his 14th homer of the year. I couldn't get the words out of my mouth quick enough. Scoring in front of him is Ishii, and it's now cut the lead to 6-3. So don't go away yet, anybody, because this game here has got a lot more action left in it. So Chusei Manami with a 2-run shot. So that money line at 9.5 might be ready to fall. So 6-3 is now the scoreline as we are here in the top of the 4th inning. Unbelievable. And Craig Shaw says, let's go Buffaloes. They're going to be on the docket tomorrow night, Craig. So if you're up and around and want to join us, it's an hour earlier start. The first pitch is a fastball that misses up and away to Tori Fushimi, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. So the fighters are not dead yet, showing some life here. There is a pitch that is swung on, and I don't know if it was fouled away. What happened to Fushimi there? He went down into a pile. Count goes even at 1-1. We'll get a look at the replay on that one. Fushimi tonight is 0 for 1. He struck out his only time up. As the right-hander Arihara works himself to the set. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Magdolio says runners on. Not now after that 2-run shot by Manami. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Unbelievable. Couldn't get the words out of my mouth quick enough, and the ball was flying into the seats. Here's the 2-2. Split finger pitch swung on and tapped foul over on the first base side of home plate. The count remains at 2-2. Once this game is done, we will give you the full roundup and all the other updates around the NPB before we sign off for the night, but that looks like it's going to be a ways away now. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as Arihara works to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball on the way. This ball is lifted into deep left field, starting in and then retreating back to make the catch is the left fielder Yanagamachi. That's going to retire Fushimi for the second out of the inning. So he's gone for out number 2, and that is going to bring up the shortstop Taiki Narama. For Narama tonight, he is 0 for 1. He grounded to short his only time to the plate. Arihara ready to go again. So right-hander against the right-hander. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking, is a changeup that is swung on and missed. I have to take a look at that sometimes twice. So no balls and 1 strike as the right-hander Arihara ready to go again. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball that time swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Narama. Actually, that one was the split finger. Not doing too good. He's got a fastball, he's got a curveball, a split finger, and a changeup that is Arihara 4-pitch mix. Here's the 0-2. Fastball swung on, grounded softly to first, fielded by Yamakawa. He's going to step on the bag, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out to 3 for the 3rd out of the inning. That is going to do it. 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors and nobody left the board. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 4th. It is now 6-3 for the Hawks. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Wraps Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we've had no shortage runs tonight in this one, as it is a 6-3 lead currently for the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks. As it is going to be coming to bat here, it'll be Kenta Imamiya, Ryoya Kurihara, and Hotaka Yamakawa. Fukuoka here in the last half of the fourth inning. You keep an eye on the pitching parade that will most likely be used here by the fighters in this one. They are already into their second arm here tonight. As the right-hander Tsubasa Nabatami came on in relief in the last half inning, and the first pitch is a fastball that misses up and into Kenta Imamiya. Imamiya tonight 0 for 1. He's grounded out to the pitcher, and he has walked in his 2 trips. There's a fastball swung on it, is chopped over the head of the pitcher, fielded on the run by the second baseman Ishii, and he's going to throw to first. Ground out 4-3. 1 in the books here for the Hawks, and that's going to bring up the third baseman Ryoya Kurihara. And for Kurihara, he is officially 1 for 2 tonight. He's been on base twice. He reached on an error back in the first inning by the first baseman Kiyomiya, and then he singled and scored a run in inning number 3. So facing the right-hander here, he takes a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. It's the first time tonight he has faced Nabatami as the left-handed hitting Kiyomiya swings through a fastball. The count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Tammy again working to the set position. He kicks and delivers. Fastball just misses off the outside corner. Count now goes to 1-2 on Kurihara. Here's the offering from the right-hander. It is lifted into left field, moving over to his right, and making the play is Asama, and that is going to retire Kurihara for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away, and that'll leave it all up to the first baseman, Hotaka Yamakawa. Well, for Yamakawa tonight, he has a single and 2 trips. He's also scored a run as he bats here in the 4th inning with 2 gone. The first pitch is a fastball that comes inside, and I don't know if it hit the bat of Yamakawa or it just got away from the catcher there, and that's exactly what it looked like. It's going to be ball 1 to Yamakawa. So 1 ball and no strikes. Tammy kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. It's popped up over on the first base side in foul territory, but playable for Kiyomiya. He's there, and he makes the catch, and that is going to do it as Yamakawa is retired for the 3rd out. And so the Hawks go quietly in their half of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're now moving to the top of the 5th inning. Your score is the Hawks 6 and the Fighters 3. Stick around, everybody. There's lots of action still to come here in this one, and we appreciate you guys for hanging in with us on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after this.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die.
Welcome back, everybody. Our friend the Spaceman is in the house here tonight. I think that's Troll, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, different mic setup. We're on the road right now, so we've got a little different getup going on here, but it's working nonetheless. Hopefully the sound is as good or better than what we normally provide. I can't really tell myself, but that is the way it rolls. It has been an entertaining night tonight. The Fighters jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, and then the Hawks responded with 2 in the second, 4 in the third, go up 6-1, and then Chusei Manami with a 2-run shot has cut the lead to 6-3. First pitch is a breaking ball delivered. This ball is lifted into right field. It's going to get down into the corner, and it's off the wall. Rounding first and heading into second is Daiki Asama with a stand-up double. So the Fighters are continuing to swing the bat as he's got himself a leadoff double here in the 5th inning. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Yuya Gunji. So a changeup that was left up in the zone, and he made no doubt about it. Ball was absolutely drilled. One hop into the wall in right field. So our friend Troll says, or Spaceman says, he needs Oryx. Well, Oryx needs to break that 10-game losing streak that they're sporting. As the right-handed hitting Gunji steps to the plate. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. The count is 1-0. I don't know what's going on in Oryx. It's a real strange piece over there right now. Just not sure what is going on. I don't think they'll fire Nakajima, the manager, after the runs that he's had over the last 3 years, but I didn't think the loss of Yamamoto would be that bad. There's a breaking ball taken for a called strike. Buckled Gunji's knees because he didn't think it was a strike, that's for certain. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. The right-handed hitting Gunji is waiting here, and the pitch on the way. It's a breaking ball. Misses upstairs, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Spaceman says, yeah, it's mad confusing. I don't know what's going on there. I know Yamamoto, the loss of him, and Yoshida over the last couple of years, they're big components lost, but here's the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, grounded over to third, and it's booted by the third baseman, Kurihara, and now that is going to put Gunji aboard. I don't think Asama was able to advance. Now they got runners at first and second. We'll have to take a look at this one. I think Asama held his ground. That is exactly what happened. It was the Hawks' turn now to start playing soccer with the balls. They're kicking around the infield. Puts runners at first and second, bringing Kiyomiya to the plate. Our friend Walfris says he's got the Marines on money line. He's got the under in that game. Well, this game here, high-end entertainment. Runners at first and second. Nobody out, and it brings Kataro Kiyomiya to the plate, who is 1 for 2 tonight. He's also driven in a run. So the Fighters looking to get at least 1 more back here. Good situation for them. There's a split finger pitch and misses down for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Spaceman says, glad he took only the O on the Fighters. We had a big crowd in here until the Hawks went crazy. Then everybody left. They must have been racing to the bar. Now, ready to go again. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes even at 1-1. Zay said, did I miss the comeback? Well, your comeback is in process here, Zay. Should have never left. Well, unless you were going to the bar. Probably could have used a few drinks after this. So it's 6-3 right now, and Fighters have 2 on and nobody out. And Kataro Kiyomiya at the plate. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses upstairs. Count now goes to 2-1. Spaceman says that the Hawks are just too tough. Preston says the Hawks are going to NC Dino this thing. I don't know about that, but certainly not looking good here. You get a runner. I forget the percentages. I was going to look it up. They had a percentage. I think if you get a runner to second base with nobody out, it becomes exponential on the scoring possibilities. I think it's like 70% chance that you'll get that run in. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 3 balls and 1 strike to Kiyomiya. Ariel Martinez waiting his turn on deck. Zay said he needed a drink after those errors. The problem is that the errors bit the Hawks as well, because it was the third baseman, Kiyomiya, here in this inning, who did the ball that put this situation where it is right now with runners at first and second. Here comes the 3-1. Pitch is a fastball ticket for a called strike, and now the count goes to 3-2. Katero Kiyomiya. Preston is hoping for the 30% here, meaning that he hopes they don't score. Yeah, the odds go up exponentially. You get a leadoff runner on with nobody out. I think it's something like 50% if you get a runner to first base, and it's like 70% you get the runner to second with nobody out. There's a fastball swung on, lifted foul into the seats. Down the third base side, I'll have to find those stats. I mentioned that before. I want to say it was a study done by one of the colleges in the United States. A bunch of samples of games. Now, I don't know how that differs at the pro level, but it would still be something to have a look at. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kiyomiya. A runner at second is Asama. Gunji, the runner at first. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is belted into deep right field. This ball can be trouble. And this ball is gone, and we are all tied up at 6s. Can you believe it? Kohei Arihara, the ace of the staff, is pitching all but like an ace, and it has sent the Hawks or the Fighters fans into a frenzy, and it has quieted the crowd here. We got a 6-6 ball game now here in the top of the 5th on a 3-run homer by Kataro Kiyomiya. Unbelievable. Got to tell you, we've seen some exciting games in the NPB, and we've seen some duds. But this one here through the first 5 innings has been a battle of epic proportions. It's like a heavyweight fight. They are trading punches left and right. So we're all back to the first inning here where it was all tied up. Unbelievable. And Kohei Arihara knew as soon as the ball left the bat, as this game is now locked at 6s. Well, buckle up, everybody. Make sure you got your coffee, your tea, and your whiskey here. If you've picked the under in this one, you've lost. If you picked the under on the live at 9.5, you've lost that one too. So if you picked the over, you're grinning like the Cheshire Cat right now. So 6-6 the score line, as there is nobody out, and Ariel Martinez striding to the plate. As the right-hander Arihara holds set, here's the pitch. Breaking ball that comes up and in. Count is quickly 1-0 to Ariel Martinez. This is absolutely unbelievable. What a ball game this has turned out to be. As the 1-0 is on the way, it's a fastball that misses low, and now the count goes to 2-0. I would hope that the bullpen for the Hawks is going. It looks like they are getting somebody stretched out right now. Arihara here trying to get through the 5th inning. He's at 89 pitches. Fastball swung on, grounded softly over to short. Imamiya fields it, throws to first, and they get Martinez by a half a dozen steps. It's a ground out 6-3. He's in the books for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up the center fielder Go Matsumoto. Well, for Matsumoto tonight, he has been aboard twice. He's got a couple of singles in his 2 trips to the plate. Preston losing his mind, says that the Dinos took a lot of money away from him, and now the Hawks are going to do it too. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, popped up into shallow center field. Moving over underneath it is Shudo. He's got plenty of room to make the catch, and that's going to retire Matsumoto for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Kaz Ishii. So who would have thought this game here would be 6-6 in the 5th inning? Certainly not me. So Ishii striding to the plate. He is officially 0 for 2 tonight. He's bounced into a fielder's choice. He's struck out, and he has scored a run. As the right-hander Arihara delivers a slow breaking ball that misses up and away. The count is 1-0, so 1 ball and no strikes. So 1 ball and no strikes here to the left-handed hitting Kazishi. Here comes the pitch. Split finger pitch swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-1. Our friend Jizzle Lizzle in the house tonight. Our friend Zay might be able to help you out. The question that you're asking here comes the pitch. The 1-1 on the way. It's a split finger pitch swung on and fouled away. Count goes to 1-2. If not, you just have to hang in for a little bit and try to give you some directions. So 1 ball and 2 strikes is Arihara. Is working it here to the left-handed hitting Ishii as he works himself set. Now kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and missed, and that is going to do it. As Ishii is gone for the 3rd out of the inning, but there's been damage done and lots of it. A 3-run homer off the bat of Taro Kiyamiya has tied the game at 6. There was 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was an error and nobody left the board. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few for the bottom of the 5th. Your score is 6-6 as it is all locked up as we move to bottom of 5. We'll be right back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys for hanging with us tonight on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be right back after these. We got ourselves a 6-6 ball game. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you for hanging in. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. It's going to be Kensuke Kondo, Tomoya Masaki, and Takuya Kai to come to bat. We mentioned it a little bit earlier in the stream. If you got a VPN, you can. Amazon Prime in Japan has been able to offer games, but you've got to have a VPN to be able to do that. So the first pitch is on the way. And Kondo swings and lifts it into left field. Giving chase is Sama, and he's there to make the catch. So with 1 pitch, there is 1 away here in the 5th inning. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Masaki. So Amazon Prime, Japan, but as I say, you're going to have the VPN to be able to go with it. Fighters and Hawks locked up at 6s in the bottom of the 5th. Jizzle Lizzle says, anything here in the States? Nothing outside of some of the stuff that we'd provided in other streams. I'm not really sure what DAZN is doing these days. I know DAZN in Japan was doing stuff. Fastball misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Masaki. Masaki is 1 for 1 tonight. He's got a double. He's got a sacrifice fly, and he's driven in a run. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it is a fastball that misses up and it's away from the catcher Fushimi, and the count is now 2-0. So Nabatabi, the reliever, he came on in the 3rd inning for the starter. And he was able to retire the side in the 4th inning, 1-2-3. He's retired 5 Hawks in a row. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside. The last pitch was at 93 miles an hour. So 3 balls and no strikes to Masaki. So I'm not 100% sure exactly what else maybe stateside there could be offered. There's a fastball ticket for called strike. Count is 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball misses down and away. It goes all the way to the backstop. Saki's going to be aboard with a 1-out walk. That will bring up the catcher, Takuya Kai. Our friend Welford says, appreciated. What's your channel? I'm not sure what you mean. Is that the one of preference or not? Because I'm not in the States, so we pull off some different things depending on other parts of the world, wherever you're at. So that brings Takuya Kai to the plate. He has walked, he's singled, and he scored a pair of runs tonight. He's pulled his season average up to 262. You can also pull it off at pacificleague.com. As you can do that as well, as that ball is thrown over to first base, and diving back in time is the runner, Masaki. When I was in Tokyo last year, I was talking to the people at the Giants game. I was asking, like, why can't you guys produce something in North America as a fastball is taken for a called strike? I think realistically, if you were a fan of the Giants or a fan of any team, a lot of people would be just happy to pay the money, whatever it is, subscription fee to watch the games each month. They just don't seem to have that foresight to do it, but I don't know what that reason is. There's a fastball swung on. It's grounded over to second. They go to second for one, back to first. It's going to be an ending double play. It's going to go in the books as a 4-6-3 variety. And that will do it here for the Hawks in their half of the inning. Well, they had no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We're through 5, and as we like to call it, it is the Japanese halftime. This is where they take an extended break between the 5th and the 6th. We're going to go get ourselves a little bit of a drink because we're getting a bit raspy. We'll be back here in just a few. Garen's in the house, Jizzle Lizzle, everybody else. 6-6 as we go to the 6th. Hang tight, everybody. We're putting the music on loop, and we'll be back in just a bit with all the action when we return. Appreciate you guys for listening in on the Last Rouse Baseball YouTube channel. Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 6th inning, and we've got ourselves a very entertaining affair going on here between the Fighters and the Hawks. It was a 1-0 lead in the first inning as Daiki Asama was aboard with a single, and he was brought home on an RBI single by Kotaro Kiyomiya to open the scoring 1-0. And then it looked like it was going to be a Hawk runaway. As in the second inning, it was after a double by Masaki, a walk to Kai, and Kawase bounced into a fielder's choice. Yukio Shudo stepped up and drove home the first run of the ball game as Takuya Kai was singled home. And then Tetsuro Yanagamachi sacrifice flied home Hikaru Kawase to make the lead 2-1, or give the game 2-1. In the third inning, it was a single by Ryoya Kurihara, then a single by Yamakawa, and a walk to Kondo to load the bases. And Masaki sac flied home Kurihara, and Kai singled, and the next thing you know, Kawase singled home a pair of runs, and then Shudo singled home a run to give the scoreline a 6-1 lead for the Fukuoka Ball Club. But a 2-run homer by Chusei Manami in the fourth and a 3-run shot by Kiyomiya in the fifth has tied this one up. And so here we are back to the live action. It's going to be Manami, Fushimi, and Narama. What do you know? The starter Kohei Arihara still in the ball game at 96 pitches, and the first 2 pitches to Manami missed down and away, and the count is 2-0. Our friend Jizzle Lizzle said he went to watch Dingo, but it's only broadcasting this game. So 2 balls and no strikes. As the right-hander delivers, it's a fastball swung on his chop softly over to third. Kurihara fields it, he throws to first, and that's going to retire Manami on a ground out 5-3. So 1 up and 1 in the books here for the Fighters, and that's going to bring up the catcher, Tori Fushimi. Our friend B-Zone on Roku says, Ham Fighters with the exclamation point. Zay says, yeah, I can't put links in the chat. It is pretty tough because we'll get shot down when that starts happening. YouTube did that a few years ago, too. I think that they kind of cut that out outside links. The fastball misses inside, and the count is 1-0. Fushimi tonight is 0 for 2. He has struck out and lined out to left field in his 2 trips to the plate. As the right-hander Arihara kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. It's grounded through the 6-hole into left field, and Fushimi is aboard for the first time this evening. He's got himself a single. That's going to bring up the shortstop in Taiki Narama. Zay says that Oryx is on live QQ. Yeah, that sometimes is a bit of a hassle with all the lags. Kind of got to battle your way through that there for sure. So that brings Narama to the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He has grounded out to short and grounded to third in his 2 trips. 100 pitches now here for Kohei Arihara. I wonder if they want to get 6 out of him, and I want to see if they try to do it. Squaring to bunt already here is Narama, and he takes a fastball upstairs for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So Narama looking to square to bunt here. Keep an eye on it. He does sometimes turn around and slash. Our friend Bookie Sosa in the house. He says SoftBank is messing up his parlay. SoftBank and this game as a whole. I would not have expected a 6-6 game in the 6th. That is for certain. Here comes the 1-0 offering. Instead, Arihara steps off and gives a token toss over to first base. Getting back safely is the runner Fushimi. Appreciate you guys for jumping in here with us tonight on the Last Perhaps Baseball YouTube channel. Don't forget, if you listen live or on delay, be sure to give us that thumbs up from time to time. There's a ball that's bunted right in front of the plate. Takuya Kai pounces on it like a cat. His only play is going to be to first. That's going to go down as a sacrifice bunt, 1-2-4 on the putout. Narama's gone for the second out of the inning. Advancing over to second is Fushimi. That is going to bring up the top of the order in Daiki Asama. Friend Jizzle Lizzle says he needs Chiba in the first 5. Last time I looked in, it was 1-1 between the Buffaloes and the Marines. So that brings Asama to the plate. He is 2 for 3 tonight. He's got a single, a double. He scored a pair of runs, and he's stolen a base. He has also committed one of the 2 errors in the defensive front. He's raised his season average up to 286. Batting here from the left side against the right-handed throwing Arihara, who's now at 102 pitches. As the pitch is on the way, it is a fastball swung on and missed. The count is now 0-1. Jizzle says, yes, it is. The score all locked up at ones. Interesting to see if the Buffaloes are going to be able to do that there. Jizzle says he's given us a like and he's already subscribed. We appreciate that. As we say, we'll be back on the airwaves again tomorrow. There's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. He says, I think it's been a year. It feels like it's been a year since I've been on the airwaves. We're going to come back again tomorrow night. But tomorrow I'm going to be sitting about 19 rows behind the Kansas City dugout to watch Bobby Witt Jr. play the Tigers. The Motor City for that one. Won't be doing anything live there, but we'll be interested to watch, that's for sure. There's a fastball that misses down. A good stop there by the catcher, Kai. The Motor City for a couple days. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. The very few fans that have made it from Hokkaido, they're on their feet and they're giving it all they can for the Fighters. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Asama at the plate here. The runner at second, Fushimi. 2 gone in the 6th. Fighters looking to break the deadlock. Here comes the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed it. It's not going to be off of the bat of Asama as he goes down on strikes for the 2nd time tonight. He's in the books for out number 3, and that's going to do it here in the 6th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. We're moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. Your score is the Fighters 6 and the Hawks 6. Appreciate you guys for being here. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. It is the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. We'll be back right after this with all the action. Once again, appreciate you guys for hanging with us here tonight, giving you guys all the calls. We'll be right back in a few. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving to the bottom of the 6th inning, and our friend Jizzle Lizzle says, does it help to leave it on your channel running while you are streaming? I'm not sure what your question is, because he says I can be on YouTube TV. I'm not sure it makes any difference if you're on YouTube TV, or whatever that you're on. There's going to be a pitching change here for the Fighters as they are going back to the left-handed side of the things. It is going to be number 25, Aoki Miyanishi, coming in, as he will be the 3rd pitcher used here tonight. Not a bad job by Navatami, who came in and steadied the ship. So it is going to be Naoki Miyanishi on here in relief. So Miyanishi here. And he's going to be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the batting order. It means Kawase, Shudo, and the top of the order, Yanagamachi. Get things going here in inning number 6. Well, for Kawase tonight, he is 1 for 2. He has singled, he's bounced into a fielder's choice, and he's driven in a pair of runs. He takes a first pitch fastball for a called strike, and he's been pretty easy. He's been pretty steady defensively as he's made a number of plays at second base. As the lefty holds to the set. Now the pitch is swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. So no balls and 2 strikes to Kawase as the left-hander kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on, it is lifted down the left field line, and that is going to reach the seats. The count remains at 0-2 to Kawase. The Hawks brass looking on here as they are in a bit of a dogfight here tonight. As the pitch is on the way, it is a breaking ball missing down and away. The count now goes to 1-2. Why do I just get the feeling that it's going to be extra innings tonight to add on top of the mess that we already have here, which is a 6-6 scoreline in the bottom of the 6th inning. Curious to see what is available for the Hawks tonight. In terms of their arms, there's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into left center field. Moving over underneath it is Matsumoto, and he makes the catch, and Kawase has gone for the first out of the inning. So 1 away, and that'll bring up the center fielder in Yukio Shudo. So for Shudo tonight, he is 2 for 2. He's singled both of his times to the plate. He's also driven in a run and has been caught stealing. As the lefty kicks and delivers, it is a breaking ball dropping into Shudo for a called strike. The count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Shudo as the lefty holds himself set. Now kicks and delivers. It is a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-1 on Shudo. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And the lefty Miyanishi works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and that's going to run the count to 2-1. Again, Fushimi didn't like the call as he held it there. Sometimes we get the overhead view, and sometimes we don't. That pitch looked like it had caught the outside corner, so a favorable call for the home side. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fastball misses down, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Shudo. Shudo's definitely somebody you want to keep off the base paths because if he gets on, even though he was caught stealing the last time, he's got 33 on the year. And he had tied for the league lead last year. 36, I believe, was what that number was. There's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses. Miyanishi can't believe it. That's ball 4. I'm not sure where that pitch was. Not only is he in disbelief, I'm a little bit in disbelief too. That's ball 4. Shudo is aboard here with a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Tetsuro Yanagamachi. So we'll keep our eye on the base runner here. Yanagamachi striding the plate. He's 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out twice, but he's also had a sacrifice fly that brought home the second run of the ball game. So he does have an RBI to his name here tonight. So here comes the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Yanagamachi. So Miyanishi working here. Here comes the 0-1 pitch as Yanagamachi taps the plate. He gets his sign from Fushimi, and he works to the set. Keep our eye on Shudo. Here's the pitch. Instead, they throw over to first, and diving back in time as the base runner. Curious to see how they're going to manage the runner here. So no balls and 1 strike. There's the left-hander ready to go again. Gets the sign from his catcher, and now we're ready to go back to work. Here comes the pitch. And again, they throw over to first, and again, diving back in time is Shudo, and his counts remaining at 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Shudo again establishes his lead. He's almost got 2 feet on the carpet. He's got 1 on the dirt and 1 on the carpet here. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. Looked like he had missed his spot. It looked like Fushimi was set up well outside. That pitch was right in the wheelhouse of Yanagamachi, but he swung through that pitch. So no balls and 2 strikes. Kenta Imamiya waits his turn on deck. I would think in this situation here that Shudo could be on the run. Here comes the pitch. Instead, they throw over to first base and easily getting back in time as the base runner. So no balls and 2 strikes to Yanagamachi. And I can't believe it that Kohei Arihara is up and throwing. He's going to come out for the 7th inning. Well over 100-plus pitches. What's that got to say about the Fukuoka bullpen tonight? There was a fastball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. Got to like the old school baseball in the Japanese league. We're giving you old school radio, and they're giving you old school baseball as they continue to roll out their arm. Unbelievable. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the lefty works himself set. He checks the runner, and he throws over to first, and getting back again in time is the base runner, Yukio Shudo. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is as the lefty again gets his sign from his catcher. Yanishi shakes off Fushimi once. Now he goes to the set. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded to second. They go to second for 1, back to first, and the throw's offline, and it gets by the first baseman. I don't know how they're going to rule it. I would think that's a fielder's choice. Backing up the play was Fushimi. But again, the ugly defense of the Fighters showing up. I would put that down as a fielder's choice for sure. You definitely want Shudo off the base paths. That's 4-6 on the putout. Safe at first is Yanagamachi, but I wonder if that throw was good. We're going to get a look at it here. I don't know. The throw would have been in time. It would have been an ending double play, I believe. That would have been the 3rd error if it is one charged to the Fighters. That's going to leave it all up to Kenta Imamiya as Imamiya strides to the plate with Yanagamachi now at first. The first pitch is a fastball, and it gets by the catcher, and that is going to be a wild pitch as advancing over to second is Yanagamachi. So the sloppy play for the Fighters continues here. Franze said almost. Well, I was watching that one. Fushimi had went down the block. First of all, there was a lot of daylight. Ball took a wicked hop. Ended up getting by him. He wasn't able to block it. It looks like they're going to put, am I seeing this right? They're going to put Imamiya on, or did he get hit by the pitch? I don't think he was hit by the pitch, but they're going to bring up Ryoya Kurihara to the plate. That's an interesting decision. So they're going to intentionally walk Kenta Imamiya. That puts him at first. Yanagamachi is the runner at second. Ryoya Kurihara coming to the plate, and we have a conference on the mound here for the Fighters. Hunter Beard in the house. So Zay says 1 more out for Miyanishi. That's exactly what he's hunting to do here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Well, Kurihara tonight is officially 1 for 3. He's got a single in 3 trips. He scored a run. He's also reached on an error and flown out to left field. So the left-handed hitting third baseman of the Hawks looking to try to give the Hawks a lead with one swing of the bat here. Here comes the first offering from the lefty Miyanishi. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count is 1-0. Otaki Yamakawa is waiting on deck, and I'm sure that the fighters don't want to go to him with the bases full, as both of the next two hitters are licking their chops to get to the plate. So ball and no strikes to Kiyomiya. As the lefty holds set, now delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded over to first, bobbled by the first baseman, Kiyomiya, and he is going to win the race to the bag, and that is going to do it. It's going to be a ground out to 3 for the third out of the inning, and the fighters survive here in the 6th. No runs in the inning on no hits. There was no errors, and there was 2 runners left aboard. We're now moving to the top of the 7th inning, 2/3 of the ball game in the books. Your score is the Fighters 6 and the Hawks 6. We'll be back with the 7th inning when we return right after this from our friend Steve Rademacher, who is making his first appearance tonight.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Last Reps Baseball, where we're going to open some dancing heroine cards during this intermission. Japanese baseball has cheerleaders for their sport. So let's see what we get from the Japanese baseball cheerleaders. Got swallows, and I bet she does. We have the Lions. It's one of my favorite teams. Oh, wow. Now that's all sorts of nice. Ramu. Very cool. We have Neon. And we have Angels. Of Hiroka. And the one Japanese card no one can read, we got from the Giants. So everybody, enjoy the game. Back to you, Freddie, and peace out.
Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate the entertainment there from our friend Steve Rademacher. Be sure to check his channel out after the game. He's got all kinds of crazy stuff that he opens up every single day. Well, are we going to see another appearance from Kohei Arihara? I think we are, as we are moving to the top of the 7th inning. It is unbelievable. I can't believe that he's lasted this long, as he is well north of 100 pitches. That is exactly who we have here for the start of the 7th inning. And he's going to be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the order. It'll be Yuya Gunji, Kataro Kiyomiya, and Ariel Martinez. As they will face the right-hander here. CE says we need a Hawks to win. Well, I don't know. 106 pitches through the first 6 innings for Arihara. He delivers a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike. Counts 0-1. Gunji 0 for 2 tonight. He's reached on an error, scored a run. He is grounded to second and walked. His 3 trips to the plate. As the right-hander kicks and fires, it is a fastball that just misses low, and the count goes even to 1-1. Zay says, who is we? Because we is not for Zay, that's for sure. As Zay is the resident fighter fan in the house here tonight. As the 1-1 pitch is ready to go. Fastball swung on and is chopped softly over to second. Fielded by Kawase, who throws to first, and Gunji in the books on a ground out 4-3. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring the first baseman Kataro Kiyomiya to the plate. And for Kiyomiya, he is done most of the damage for the fighters tonight. He is 2 for 3. He's got a single, a home run. He's grounded out, and he has driven in 4 of the 6 runs. On the season now, he has 21 RBIs. So Kataro Kiyomiya, who got the start at first base here tonight, has been doing some serious damage with the bat. And here comes the first pitch from Arihara. It's a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Zay says the fighters in extra innings. Zay, I don't think Zay is one of the resident gamblers. He's just a diehard fighters fan. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 0-2. Tomorrow night, as we mentioned before, it'll be Buffaloes and Marines. The game will go off at 9 o'clock Eastern or midnight Pacific. Check that. 9 o'clock Pacific or midnight Eastern. So if you're around, come on in and join us. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Split finger pitch swung on, chopped over the head of the pitcher, fielded by Imamiya. Oh, what a play. What a play there by Kenta Imamiya. That ball was chopped over the head of the pitcher, Arihara. He had to come hard to get it. Ground out 6-3. That's going to be the second out of the inning. It's going to leave it up to the designated hitter, Ariel Martinez. So Preman Nepal says, who was your prediction? Well, if you would have asked me at the beginning of the game, it would have been the Hawks to win. And certainly I would have picked the over at 6.5, which we already have. But I certainly wouldn't have seen a game that's tied up at 6 at this point. Here's the offering from the right-hander, and it's a breaking ball swung on and missed by Ariel Martinez, and the count is 0-1. Martinez 0 for 3 tonight. He's lined to left. He's grounded to second and grounded to short. There's 3 trips to the plate. Here's the pitch. Fastball comes inside and backs the Cuban off the plate. The count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Thank everybody for popping in here tonight, listening to us give you the description of this one between the Hawks and the Fighters. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Arihara kicks and fires. It is a split finger that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Arihara gets his sign from his catcher, and he works himself to the belt. Here's the 2-1. Split finger pitch swung on and missed. Count now is 2-2 to Ariel Martinez. Just can't believe that Kohei Arihara is still around here in the 7th inning. Arihara now ready to go back to work as he works himself to the belt. 117th pitch on the way. There is a split finger pitch that is down in the dirt. Nice job there by the hitter Martinez to lay off that one. Thought that was a little too close to take. So the count is full to the Cuban right-handed hitting designated hitter of the Fighters. The right-hander Arihara holds himself set. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded foul over on the third base side. And the count remains at 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ariel Martinez. Arihara cleans himself up, ready to go again as he is going to get the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. As Kai gives the signal to his right-hander as he works himself set. Here's the 3-2. Pitch on the way. Fastball, take it for a called third strike at the knees. Oh, Martinez, he stood there like the house by the side of the road, watched it go by for out number 3. And that is going to do it here in the 7th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board for the Fighters. We're moving to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is all locked up at 6s. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight. We'll be back here in just a few on the Last Drafts Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, everybody. We'll see you on the turnaround. We'll be back in just a few. They're letting off the balloons in Fukuoka as they have their version of the 7th inning stretch. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few after this. Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of the 7th inning. It'll be the heart of the order coming up for the Hawks. That means Hotake Yamakawa, Kensuke Kondo, and Tomoya Masaki. We're just waiting on the announcement if Miyanishi is coming back out for another inning of work. 6-8-2 for the Fighters. 6-7-1 for the Hawks. It is going to be a pitching change. As they are going to the bullpen, it is going to be number 52, Takahita Ikeda, coming into the game. So he will be the 4th pitcher used tonight by the Fighters. So Ikeda on in relief. So he is going to be set to face the big power hitting part of the order, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down and away to Yamakawa. Yamakawa is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also scored a run. The right-hander ready to go again. He gets the sign from his catcher, Fushimi. Now he works himself to the belt. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is belted into deep left field. This ball is going to be trouble. Asama doesn't even turn around, and that ball sails into the seats. And the Hawks have now taken the lead 7-6 on a solo shot, the 19th of the year by Yamakawa, to give the Hawks a 7-6 lead. So unbelievable here, as this game has been a game of fireworks. That is the first home run tonight delivered by the Hawks. Already seen a pair hit tonight by the Fighters in this one. Our friend Preston says 1 down and 3 to go. So Hotake Yamakawa has broken the deadlock. It is now 7-6 Hawks here, the bottom of the 7th inning. But that probably just means, Preston, we're just getting warmed up. So Yamakawa continues his assault on the home run lead here in the Pacific League, and that'll bring up Kensuke Kondo to the plate, who is 0 for 2 tonight. He's also drawn a walk and scored a run his only trips to the plate. The first pitch is a breaking ball that misses down for a ball. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. My friend Walford says the Oryx game is going over. Not sure what the over on that one was tonight when it started. It is certainly looking like it is a Buffalo stampede, as that pitch misses for a ball, and the count is now 2-0 to Kondo. 5-1 in that game as the Buffaloes are leading the Marines. 7-6 in this one. The game that is going to go off in about 20 minutes. The Balluna Dome will be the Eagles and the Lions. So breaking ball ticket for a called strike. The count now goes to 2-1 on Kondo. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Right-hander Ikeda ready to go again. He kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. Count now goes to 3-1. I had to give my thoughts on the edge. Battle of the bullpen. Would have to go to Fukuoka, but who knows? We might see Kohei Arihara out for another inning. Unbelievable. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Kondo waggling the bat here, waiting on the offering from the right-hander Ikeda, who works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball that just misses outside. Ikeda didn't like that one. I'm not sure where that pitch was. That's going to be ball 4. He's going to get himself a walk. I want to see the overhead view of that one. It's going to bring up the right fielder, Tomoya Masaki. We get the irregular view on that, although it's the view of Yamakawa depositing a home run into the seats. That's not the highlight I'm looking for. I want to see the highlight of that last pitch. So 7-6, the Hawks have the lead here as they bat in the bottom of the 7th. Runner Kondo at first and Masaki stepping to the plate. He's officially 1 for 1 tonight. He has doubled. He's got himself an RBI. He's got a sac fly and a walk. Season average is up to 324. So the right-hander Ikeda ready to go again. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses low, and the count now is 1-0 to Masaki. Got to tell you, you might feel a little hard done by if you're a Fighters fan. It looks like the pitcher's getting squeezed here. Now, listen, he's not getting the home calls because they are in Fukuoka, but boy, there have been some pretty tight pitches here that have been missed. So 1 ball and no strikes as the right-hander ready to go again. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded over to short. What a great play by the shortstop, Narama. He goes to second for 1, back to first at a double play. Oh, that's going to be a highlight reel. If you're on Instagram tonight, make sure you look at that one. That's a 6-4-3 double play. And it all started by Narama at short as they erased Kondo at second for the first out and Masaki on the backside for the second. That is going to bring up the catcher, Takuya Kai. Our friend Zay says, great play, unbelievable play. Nice job there by Narama. Brings Takuya Kai to the plate. And Kai tonight is 1 for 2. He's got a single and 2 trips. He's also drawn a walk and scored a pair of runs. So he comes up with 2 gone here in the 7th inning. Yeah, the first pitch on the way, it's a fastball that bounces up to the plate, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander, Ikeda ready to go again. He has not been sharp here, but he has got a great defensive play that has helped them out big time. Fastball swung on, grounded foul just past the bag at third base, and the count is 1-1 to Takuya Kai. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Kai. Ikeda ready to go again. He delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-1. I mentioned earlier in the stream that Kai has enjoyed himself a great season this year. He's 1 for 2, as we said in tonight's game. He's got his average up over 260. Added bonus here for the Hawks with his bat. There's a fastball that's taken at the knees for called strike. And now the erratic strike zone of the home plate umpire shows up. It is now 2-2 to Kai. So just as we were saying, the Fighters might feel hard done by. Now the Hawks, who've been getting the benefit of some good pitches, now see the benefits go to the Fighters. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on. This ball is popped up. It's going to reach the seats on the first base side of home plate. And the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Takuya Kai waiting here on the offering. Our friend Connor is asking if he can get a like so he can watch this game. Everybody go like Connor's page. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. This ball is belted into left field, but it's not far enough. Camping out underneath it is Asama. It's going to retire Kai for the third out of the inning. That is going to do it here, but there's been damage done. A solo shot by Yamakawa to open up the bottom of the seventh, and the Hawks have taken the lead. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left the board. We'll be back here in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for hanging in here with us. We'll be right back after this on the Last Drops Baseball YouTube channel. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you guys for jumping in with us tonight.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I gotta go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the former Boston Red Sox, Darwinzon Hernandez, coming into the ball game. He has been absolutely electric this year. Although one of his last outings, they were saying that the 27-year-old finally delivered something that hadn't happened, and he did not record a strikeout. I think it was in 29 consecutive games. He had at least one strikeout. Looks like we have a new right fielder for the Hawks as well. You get that for you here as soon as that becomes available. So we'll check out to see who is going to be patrolling right field now for the Hawks. But coming up for the Fighters here, it is slated to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters to come to bat. That means Go Matsumoto get off here against Hernandez, and he takes a fastball inside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. Matsumoto, Ishii, and Manami to face the left-handed reliever. Looks like it's Kawamura who has gone into right field to replace Masaki. As the 1-0 is on the way, it's a fastball swung on his pop foul on the right field line. So Kawamura on as a defensive replacement. Curious to see when the first baseman Yamakawa will be exiting the ball game. So 1 ball and no strikes as 1 ball, 1 strike as the pitch is a fastball that misses up, and it's now 2-1 to Matsumoto. So 2 balls and 1 strike it is. So, too, if you guys are on Twitch, we do stream on Twitch as well. We just don't stream regular on that channel. There's a fastball ticket for a called strike. So if you're in that neighborhood, feel free to go check it out. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Matsumoto as he bats here. Hitting from the right side against the left-handed throwing Hernandez. Kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. Count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. 7-6 for the Hawks as the Fighters bat in the top of the 8th inning. 3-2 pitch on the way. Hernandez delivers. Fastball that misses just up and away. It's going to be ball 4. Boy, oh boy. Not so sure about that one, but Matsumoto's got himself a leadoff walk. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Kaz Ishii. Our friend Zayu's in the house here tonight. One would have to bet the house and the farm. they're going to be squaring to bunt here. We're just taking a look now. It is still Kazushi. He's 0 for 3 today. He's struck out twice, and he's bounced into a fielder's choice. He has scored a run, and he is squaring to bunt. As they throw over to first base and getting back in time as easily as the runner Matsumoto. You often see that they will square to bunt. So here comes the offering from the lefty who kicks and fires. Fastball fouled off right into the umpire again. So I think that by our meter is the 4th time tonight the home plate umpire has been hit by a foul ball. So he says, yeah, a bunt and an RBI from Chusei. I think that would be the plan that they would want. So no balls and 1 strike to Ishii as he again is squaring to bunt. And here comes the pitch. Fastball is bunted down the first baseline. It is fielded by Yamakawa. He throws to first. That's going to go down as a sacrifice. 3-4 on the putout. Advancing over to second is Matsumoto. So one of the Bucks then will bring up Chusei Minami to the plate. And for Minami, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got the big blow, the 2-run homer back in the 4th inning, which is his 14th homer of the year. He's also lined out to right and grounded to third. Base hit here should be able to bring in the runner from second base. So Minami waiting on the first pitch. It's a fastball at 94 miles an hour that just misses upstairs. The count is 1-0 to Minami. I have to say, Darwinzon Hernandez, I would be shocked if Major League Baseball didn't come calling for him next year. Left-hander who can bring it up to 95, 96 out of the pen. Fastball swung on and missed, and the count now goes even to 1-1. I have to think that somebody's going to be knocking on his door. The lefty leans in and gets the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. One would think it's not going to cost a lot of money as the 1-1 on the way. It's a fastball swung on, belted foul. And the people in the temporary seating were moving out of the way, and the count is 1-2 on Minami. My guess is he could probably bring him back for maybe a couple of years. Maybe he gets a contract for 1 year with a club option. I'd throw a couple of million at him. Lots of teams could use him. Maybe the White Sox to begin with. So here comes the 1-2 pitch as the lefty gets the sign from Takuya Kai. More importantly, I would think that teams that could use some bullpen help, maybe the Mariners would take a shot at him. Fastball swung on and fouled off. That last pitch was at 95 miles an hour. 1-2 it remains. Daniel asked the question, how are they doing? Well, it depends on who they are. I'm not sure who you're asking who they is, as it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Minami. Crowd is in full voice here for the Fighters. They don't have a big traveling support. Fastball misses up and in. They appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say Minami didn't go. It was more getting out of the way than anything else. 2 balls and 2 strikes now to the right-handed hitting right fielder of the Fighters. Now, this is where Hernandez, in my opinion, could really be effective. If he had a changeup right here, he could deliver to Minami, get him out in front, could put the Fighters hitter away. Here comes the 2-2 pitch as the left-hander holds set, delivers, breaking ball. That gets away from Kai, goes all the way to the backstop, rounding third and holding on and firing on the brakes is The runner, Matsumoto, that is going to run the count full to Manami. So the fighters certainly are not dead yet. That pitch there handcuffed the catcher. It wasn't really in the dirt. He made the decision to go down and to block it, but the ball had come off the thumb of the catcher. I'm not sure if they would rule that a wild pitch or a pass ball. I'll have to wait and see, I guess. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes to Manami. They do have open bases at this point with Tori Fushimi on deck here. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on. Popped up over on the first base side. Giving chase is Yamakawa. And he's going to watch it just drift into the seats. It's going to keep the count at 3-2 on Manami. So we got ourselves an entertaining ball game on our hands here if you're just joining us. It is a 7-6 lead here for the Hawks. We're in the top of the 8th inning. There's currently 1 out with Go Matsumoto, the runner, at third. Chusei Manami's got a full count that he's battled here against Hernandez. As the fighters are looking to try to tie the ball game. So Darwinson Hernandez shaking off his catcher. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fastball swung on, grounded through the 6-hole into left field. That's going to bring home the tying run. As Chusei Manami has done it again, he's got himself his 3rd RBI of the night with an RBI single to left field. And Go Matsumoto cashes in the 7th run for the fighters. And we're back to where we started in inning number 1, all tied up. Now the score is 7-7. Friend Daniel asks, does Hokkaido have a chance? Of course they do. The game is tied. So Chusei Manami is the runner at first with 1 gone. That brings Tori Fushimi to the plate. Fushimi is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also struck out and lined out. And Fushimi squares to bunt, and he goes through a fastball. Count is quickly 0-1. So Tori Fushimi on here. Hitting .266 on the season is Fushimi. Let's see if they keep the bunt on, and they certainly do. As Hernandez is working himself set. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses up and away, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Friend Preston has made his way back in here to lament about the Hawks. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as Hernandez instead throws the first, and diving back in time is Manami. It has definitely been an entertaining ball game here tonight. Lots of action, lots of scoring. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a fastball that misses outside, and the count is now 2-1. Well, if this was a preview of the climax final between these two teams, this could be a really, really interesting Pacific League final. You imagine 5 games or 4 games to 5 games, whatever it is, to be played that would all go down like this. That'd be unbelievable. So Hernandez looks around him. 2 balls and 1 strike here to Fushimi. As he squares to bunt again, and the pitch is a fastball that misses way outside. And I don't know what happened here, but Hernandez looks like he's asked for time. It looks like that he landed a little gingerly there. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is to Fushimi. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Runner at first, Manami, 1 gone here in the top of the 8th inning. As the lefty delivers, it's a fastball bunted down the first base line. Hernandez comes off the mound, fields it. He throws to first. And that is going to retire Fushimi. That's going to go as a sacrifice, 1-4. He's gone for the second out of the inning. Manami is advanced over to second. It's going to bring up the shortstop, Taiki Narama, to the plate. As we've got 2 gone now here in the 8th. So 2 gone here, as that will bring Narama to the dish. He is 0 for 2 on this one. He's grounded out twice and had a sacrifice bunt. But no, we're going to see a pinch hitter. It's going to be Franmil Reyes. And the first pitch to Reyes is a fastball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. So welcome to the ballgame, Franmil. So Franmil Reyes in here to pinch hit. Brandon Davenport in the house. So no balls and 1 strike to the Franimal. Good to see him getting some action here. As the pitch is a fastball swung on and another one lifted foul down the right field line, and the count now is 0-2. So Franmil Reyes getting his chance in here to possibly do some damage. The big fella on the season, batting .227. He's got 8 homers, 24 RBIs. Nothing would be bigger here if he could do some damage against Darwinzon Hernandez. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on, lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Oh, nice job by Kawamura to field it, but coming home with the run, and it is a base hit and an RBI driven in. And now it's going to give the Fighters an 8-7 lead. Reyes off the bench with a RBI single. Manami scores. That's going to make the scoreline 8-7. That'll bring up the top of the order in Daiki Asama, but unbelievable. Fives all the way around, and now Reyes, as quickly as he enters the game, is going to be replaced by a pinch runner. Friend Spaceman says, what a clutch comeback to Franimal. You would have told me that this would have been an 8-7 game in the 8th inning before it started, I would have laughed at you. Certainly with Kohei Arihara on the mound, no way. 8 runs, 10 hits, 2 errors for the Fighters. 7, 8, and 1 for the Hawks. So Reyes does the job here, and that brings Daiki Asama to the plate. Sometimes you look at games and you say, are there statement games? This might be a statement game for the Hawks. I should say for the Fighters against the Hawks. Showing them that they could play with them all day long. So here comes the first offering to the left-handed hitting Asama. It's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count is 0-1. The pinch runner who is in the game for Franmil Reyes, that is number 9. I'm just trying to get who that number would be. Doesn't look like they have anything here. It looks like it's Takuya Nakashima. As that fastball is taken for a strike, the count is 0-2 to Asama. So no balls and 2 strikes. We'll see if Nakashima stays in the game or if they're going to go with somebody else at shortstop. So no balls and 2 strikes. Instead, they throw over to first base, and getting back in time as the base runner. So no balls and 2 strikes here to Asama. The runner at first is the pinch runner. And there is a fastball that has put Asama in the dirt, and it looks like he's been hit by the pitch. Let's see what happens here. As the case, he's going to make his way to first base. Pitch rode up and in, and it got him. Looks like it was just on the hand, but I don't know. I want to have a look at that one. I might challenge that. It looked like it got the knob of the bat. But he is coming off the field as the trainers are going to go have a look at him. If I'm the Fukuoka Ball Club, I think I'm going to challenge that because I'm not so sure if he got hit. certainly playing it up to their fullest here. Well, we got a little timeout here in the action as they've taken them down the tunnel. So hang tight, everybody. We're going to just take a little break here for a moment. We'll take 30 seconds as they are going to go 10-2 Daiki Asama. We have ourselves an 8-7 lead. Hang tight. We'll be right back in about 30 seconds with all the action. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My lady, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be Ryota Isobata who's coming in to run for Daiki Asama, who has been hit by the pitch. It is going to bring up to the plate Yuya Gunji. So we do have a replacement here for Asama. So his night is going to be over. So that puts runners at first and second, and the first pitch to Gunji is blasted foul, well down the end of the seats down the left field line. Oh boy, he absolutely turned on that and obliterated it. He has just hooked it foul. The count is quickly 0-1 to Gunji. So Isobata, the runner at first. The runner at second is Nakashima, as he came on to run for Franmil Reyes. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball catches the outside corner. Count now goes to 0-2 on Gunji. So Hernandez here has given up the lead. He's given up 2 runs here in the top of the 8th inning. Lefty gets the sign from his catcher, Takuya Kai. He works to the belt. And here's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and lifted foul down the right field line. Count remains at 0-2. So one would have thought that the Hawks would have sealed this one off, but not so tonight, as Darwinzon Hernandez has been touched up for a pair of runs here in the 8th. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed too little too late. As Gunji goes down on strikes, he's out for the 3rd out of the inning. But the Fighters do damage again. They got 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 8th inning. Your score is the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 8 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 7. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Our friend Daniel's listening in the chat tonight. Daniel, you're going to have to listen. And then you'll have to follow along like everybody else. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. We'll be back in just a few.
Well, you've got to have an ace in the hole, a little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play, but you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole.
That's right, everybody. That's our friend Matt Hollis. Be sure after the game to go check him out. We'll be back here in just a couple moments. We appreciate you guys for listening in tonight, as that is our Friend Franmil Reyes is out warming up with the right fielder, but his night is done. We do have a pitching change as they are going back to the left-handed slants. It is going to be number 28, Ryusi Kawano, coming into the ball game. So Kawano coming in relief. He is going to be the fifth pitcher used tonight by the Fighters. So Kawano on in relief. He is going to be facing the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Now for the Fukuoka Ball Club, there are some defensive changes, as we will get those caught up for you in just a moment. In left field, it is going to be Ryuma Isobata. The new shortstop is going to be Nakajima, who came on to pinch run as well. First pitch delivered to Kawase is a fastball that misses down and in. Count is quickly 1-0. Kawase tonight is 1 for 3. He's got a single in 3 trips. He has driven in a pair of Fukuoka runs. As the lefty Kawano kicks and delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled away. Count now goes even to 1-1 on Kawase. And if you're on Twitch, we have all kinds of nonsense going on over there. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike at the knees. The count goes to 1-2. So Kawano ready to go again as the 1-2 pitch is ready to go. Here comes the offering from the lefty. Rocks into the windup. He kicks and delivers. There is a breaking ball that misses down. They appeal to the third base umpire, but they said he didn't go. Count is 2-2. Kawano, if you haven't seen him pitch, he reminds me of Nestor Cortez of the Yankees. He's got this delivery where he's got this double pump, the shimmy and shake, a little bit of an extra kick. Then the ball comes flying out. Here comes the 2-2 as he double pumps it as a breaking ball swung on and missed. That is going to retire Kawase for the first out of the inning. So 1 hawk up and 1 hawk down. That'll bring up the center fielder, Yukio Shudo. Well, Shudo's been hard to keep off the base paths today. He's 2 for 2. He's also drawn a walk. He's been caught stealing. He's driven in a run. But he hasn't been able to capitalize on his time on base. They haven't been able to bring him home. He's got his average up to 254 on the season. As Kawano kicks and delivers. Breaking ball waved at and missed. And the count is quickly 0-1 to Yukio Shudo. This has been a highly entertaining game tonight. We're glad you folks that have popped by are enjoying it with us. If you listen live or on delay. Fastball swung on, lifted into straightaway center field. Coming hard is Matsumoto, and he is able to make the catch as he does a tumbling act. What a play by Matsumoto. That's going to retire Shudo for the second out of the inning. We've seen some ugly plays early in the game, but boy, has the defense cleaned up lately. Another great play there by the Fighters. As that is going to put Shudo in the books for the second out of the inning. We'll bring up the top of the order in Tetsuro Yanagamachi. So again, if you're on Instagram later tonight, another web gem here produced in this one. So Kawano back to work again. He kicks and fires. Fastball swung on, and Yanagamachi has singled into left field, and that is a base hit. It's the first hit he's had of the ball game tonight. That'll bring up the shortstop in Kenta Imamiya. Well, and for Imamiya tonight, he is officially 0 for 2. He's walked a couple of times. Last time it was an intentional walk. So Imamiya striding to the plate. Friend John asks the question, and he says, what's going on in the Lions game? Game there is at the Balluna Dome, and it's in the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 in that one. keep an eye on that here for you as that first pitch fastball misses down to NPB, and the count's 1-0. Bottom of the seventh inning, it is 5-1 for the Buffaloes over the Marines. It's at the Osaka Dome. Buffaloes looking to break a 10-game losing streak. And this one here, it is 8-7 in the bottom half of the eighth. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Imamiya. So 1 ball and 1 strike as Imamiya digs himself back in, waiting here on the offering. Runner at first is Yanagamachi. 2 gone here in the eighth. And the pitch on the way. Breaking ball down. Nice job there by Imamiya to throw on the brakes. But reading the ball in the dirt and advancing to second was Yanagamachi. Not sure if they're going to give him a stolen base on that one or if that would be considered a wild pitch, but he is now in scoring position. Brent Spaceman says he's going heavy on the Lions. It looked like it was a stolen base. I think they're going to rule that in favor of Yanagamachi. Well, they've got the outfield in a bit shallow here as Imamiya. They got to be able to throw the runner out at the plate. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball misses outside. It's now 3-1. So 3 balls and 1 strike it is. Certainly didn't expect this type of scoreline here tonight. As that fastball misses, that's going to be ball 4, and Imamiya is going to be aboard. And that is going to put runners at first and second, and that'll bring up Ryoya Kurihara to the plate. Well, we saw this before. Kurihara, when they intentionally walked Imamiya in the 6th inning, to face Kurihara, and Kurihara came in and ended up grounding out to the first baseman. So let's see what they have up their sleeves here as Kurihara will be facing the lefty Kawano here for the first time tonight. So we got 2 runners aboard, 2 gone. The runner at second is Yanagamachi. Runner at first is Imamiya. All of this has started with 2 out. Ryoya Kurihara stepping to the plate. Kurihara tonight in this one is officially 1 for 4. He's got a single. He scored a run. He's also reached on an error. Lefty Kawano ready to go. He's flown out and grounded out his other 2 trips. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses low for a ball, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strike. Eight-seven Fighters have the lead here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Left-handed hitting, Kurihara waiting on the offering. Here comes the pitch. As the lefty holds set, he checks the runner at second. Here comes the pitch to Kurihara. Fastball misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Welcome everybody into the stream who is just joining us, as we do have ourselves a entertaining ball game on our hands. 8-7 for the Fighters. 2 gone here, bottom of the 8th. 2 runners aboard, 2-0 to Kurihara. As the lefty works himself to the set. Here comes the pitch. And he kicks and fires. Fastball down and away, and the count now goes to 3-0. Waiting on deck is Otake Yamakawa, who homered his last time up. He would love nothing more than to get to the plate here, so they've got to come to Kurihara 3 times. This has been a seesaw affair here tonight. So here comes the 3-0 pitch. As the lefty kicks and delivers, fastball taken at the knees for a called strike, and the count now goes to 3-1 on Kurihara. And I think if I'm Kurihara, I'm taking all the way here on this pitch too. Got to be something right in your wheelhouse. You want to bring the big fella to the plate. Our friend Spaceman says this has been the best game of the season so far. I can't think of another game that has had as much excitement, as much drama as this. Here comes the 3-1 pitch as the lefty holds set, now delivers. Fastball swung on and missed, and now the count goes to 3-2. Well, that being said, the runners are going to be on the move here, as Kurihara has now got the count rung full to him. As soon as the lefty goes to the plate, they're going to be off to the races. As the 3-2 is ready to go, here comes the pitch. Instead, they do the old-fashioned spaghetti move, and getting back to the base at second base is the runner. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. As the lefty now holds set. Here go the runners. Here's the pitch. Swung on, grounded back to the pitcher, and Kawano is going to race it over to first base and underhand flip it to Kiyomiya. That's going to go in the books as a ground out 1-3. So that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning, and that will do it here. Fukuoka in their half of the inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left aboard. We're moving to the top of the 9th. Your score is the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 8 and the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 7. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. The Fighters you're going to be facing a new pitcher here as the Hawks have made a pitching change. It is going to be Katsuki Matayoshi on in relief as he's just completed his warm-up tosses and will be ready to resume the action in just a moment. Our friend Zay has pointed out Nippon-Ham is the company that bought the team. Yep, it's not just that. They are a meat packing company, and that is their name, much like SoftBank owns the Hawks, as there are different ones like Yokohama DNA Bay Stars. So it's not Ham Fighters, it is Nippon-Ham, which is Japanese meat or something along those lines. First pitch is a fastball delivered to Kiyomiya, and he swings through it and misses, and the count is quickly 0-1. Kiyomiya tonight is 2 for 4. He's got a single, a home run. He's grounded out twice. He's driven in 4 of the 8 Fighters' runs. And there's a fastball that's come inside and has hit him in the elbow. And so just like that, the Fighters have got the leadoff runner aboard as he has been hit by a pitch. So they've been trading hit by pitches. So that is going to put Kiyomiya aboard on this one. So that is going to bring up Ariel Martinez to the plate, who is 0 for 4 tonight. He has grounded out twice, lined to left, and struck out looking. It's 4 trips to the plate. And I would bet dollars to donuts that they're not going to have the big fella bunt. I want him to swing the bat. But you never know. It is the Japanese league, and they do like the bunt a lot. But I do think that Martinez is being paid to hit. That's what it looks like right here. And the first pitch is a breaking ball swung through and missed. Count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Martinez. Lots of action on our channel here tonight. We appreciate everybody for jumping in and with us as you can, as there is a breaking ball waved at and missed. The count now goes to 0-2 on Martinez. This has been one of the more entertaining games of the 2024 NPB season, and we're glad we happened to pick this one tonight. Glad you guys could make it with us. So here comes the 0-2 pitch to Martinez. As the right-hander Matayoshi delivers a breaking ball that misses outside. Nice discipline there by Martinez to hold off. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Right-hander against the right-hander. Matayoshi ready to go again. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses outside. They appeal over to the first base umpire, but they say that Martinez didn't go, and it keeps the count at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Matayoshi leans in, and he gets the sign from Takuya Kai. He works himself set to the belt. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fastball swung on and grounded foul just past the third base coach's box, and the count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to the big Cuban designated hitter Ariel Martinez. So Matayoshi working himself set. Here comes the pitch. It's on the way. It is a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, boy. I don't know about that one. I want to see that one on the overhead view. As Martinez has gone down on strikes for the second time tonight. That's the first out of the inning. The pitch on the front view looked not bad, but I'd like to see the overhead view that they showed earlier on. But certainly the fighters are not getting the home calls here in the 9th inning. It's going to leave it all up to the center fielder, Go Matsumoto. And for Matsumoto tonight, he is 2 for 3. He has 2 singles. He's flown out, and he's walked and scored a run. And pitch on the way. He squares the bunt, and he drops it down the third base line, and it's just going to roll foul. It was quickly 0-1 to Matsumoto. So no balls and 1 strike to Matsumoto. As the right-hander Matayoshi leans in, he gets the sign. And here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-1. Spaceman says, yeah, same with the Eagles as Rakuten is their sponsor. When you think of it, I think Lotte is the sponsor. Cebu is the sponsor for the Lions. There's a fastball that swung on and lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the first base side of home plate, and the count goes to 1-2 on Matsumoto. Which is interesting about Cebu is when you go to see the Lions play, the Cebu line takes you right to the stadium. And then when you get out, obviously you're like literally 100 meters to where the stadium is. But what is also pretty cool is they have an old sort of train car or trolley car that you could take a walk through. As there's a fastball that misses outside the Matsumoto, and the count goes to 2-2. But it is kind of a neat piece there. They have everything evolving around the trains. They've just got to start putting some bums in the seats over there, because in Saitama you can get your tickets fairly easy because the team is just pretty bad right now. So here comes the 2-2 pitch as the right-hander Matayoshi holds set. Now delivers. Fastball swung on, grounded over to the right side. They go to second for one, back to first, and that is going to be an inning-ending double play. They had the runner Kiyomiya on the move, but Matsumoto hit the ball so hard. That's going to be a 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. A little bit hard luck here, but that is going to do it for the Fighters. They got no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left the board. We're going to the bottom of the ninth. Your score is the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 8, Fukuoka 7. It'll be Yamakawa, Kondo, and Kawamura to come to bat. We'll be back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here. Bottom of the ninth, just around the corner. Hold tight. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It is appreciated for everybody to be here. Our friend Brandon said, always cool to listen to you. It's always cool to have you guys in the stream with us tonight. Thank you guys for stopping by. Make it what it is, which is a lot of fun. Our voices get a little hoarse as we are moving to the bottom of the ninth inning. It's going to be Yamakawa, Kondo, and Kawamura to come to bat. As we are just checking in to see what the pitching change will be here for the last half of the inning. It is going to be Tanaka coming in relief. So Seiji Tanaka trying to close the deal here for the Fighters. Bottom of the ninth inning, he is going to be the sixth pitcher used tonight by the Fighters. And the first pitch on the way to Taka Yamakawa. Well, let's see what's going to happen here. Yamakawa enjoying himself a good evening. He takes a first pitch fastball at 95 miles an hour for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. We're hanging in here with the voice, sucking back a lot of vitamin C tonight. Grounder to short, fielded by the shortstop who throws to first. That is going to retire Yamakawa on a ground out 6-3. So one up and one away. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Kensuke Kondo. The shortstop who was in the ballgame is that Nakashima, as he had come in to pinch run for Franmil Reyes. So Takuya Nakashima with a nice play there. The first out of the inning. That brings up Kensuke Kondo to the plate. Kondo is officially 0 for 2 tonight. He has walked twice. He has scored a Fukuoka run, and the fastball is taken for a called strike. Count is 1-0, or 0-1. Check that. Spaceman says Tanaka is not very good. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Fastball swung on, and a great piece of hitting by Kondo as he goes the other way. That's going to put him aboard with a single. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Kawamura. Just have to do a quick look here from where Kawamura is. I don't have him listed here on our game sheet, but he is in the lineup. Number 61 coming to bat is Yudo Kawamura, as he bats here from the left side. Although it looks like it's Akira Nakamura at the plate, pinch hitting. And that's exactly who it is. He takes a first pitch breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So Akira Nakamura on to pinch hit. So no balls and 1 strike. Tanaka delivers. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count quickly goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes to Akira Nakamura. So here comes the 0-2 pitch as the right-hander delivers. Fastball swung on and fouled away. Count remains at 0-2. Friend Trendy in the house tonight. He says SoftBank is doing them dirty. SoftBank has done a lot of people dirty, that is for sure. So no balls and 2 strikes as the right-hander delivers. It's a breaking ball from Tanaka that misses outside, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Nakamura. It'll be Takuya Kai to follow, assuming there's no double play here. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball that is swung on and missed. And Nakamura goes in the books. He's gone for the 2nd out of the inning. And now the Hawks are down to their final out here in the 9th. So the reliever and the closer, Seiji Tanaka, has got himself down to the final hitter here, and that'll be Takuya Kai. Kai, who's having himself a nice season, is 1 for 3. He scored a couple of runs here tonight, but he's also grounded into a double play. So his average is at 259. So the catcher for the Hawks trying to do his part here to keep Fukuoka in the game. There's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Hawks down to their final out. Fighters have the lead 8-7. Hawks led at one point in this game 6-1. Fighters have battled back. This seesaw affair. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Takuya Kai. Fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Kai gets himself back in the batter's box as he digs himself in, ready to face the offering from the right-hander Tanaka. Here comes the pitch. Fastball misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Looking for some dramatics here are the Hawks. Tanaka works himself set to the belt. Here comes the 2-1. Fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field, and it's going to get down, and it's going to get cut off by the center fielder Matsumoto. Rounding third and heading home. Here comes the throw to the plate. Oh, and they're going to throw on the brakes, and getting back in time is the runner. I thought they were going to send him for sure, but Kensuke Kondo is going to throw on the brakes. He stops at third. Takuya Kai is going to be held to a long single, and that is going to put runners on the corners with 2 outs, and that's going to bring Hikaru Kawase to the plate. Oh boy, if they would have sent him, I think that he probably would have been gunned down. That would have been an unbelievable finish to this one, but Takuya Kai smokes the ball into right center field for a base hit. We'll see what other tricks they have up their sleeve. It's supposed to be Hikaru Kawase coming to the plate. We'll have to wait on this one. So we'll see if they're going to be using a pinch hitter in this spot. They're going to leave Kai to run at first base. So Seiji Tanaka not making it easy on himself. The Hawks down to their final out. By the looks of it, we may have Taisi Makihara coming up. That's not because we can tell. We can just see that the signs that the Hawks fans are holding up, it looks like exactly who it is. So coming about Taisi Makihara, 31-year-old, hitting .297 on the season, no homers and 7 RBIs. The pitch on the way, fastball swung on. It's broken the bat of Makihara. He grounds it to second, and that is going to do it. That is going to be the ball game. Ground out 4-3 to end the game. As he has gone for the third out of the inning. Well, they make it interesting, do the Hawks. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left aboard. Your final score, the Hokkaido Nippon-Ham Fighters 8, the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks 7. Stick around, everybody. We'll come back, wrap it up, and give you all the information from around the league when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for being with us here tonight on the Last Rounds Baseball YouTube channel.
Good evening, sports fans. I hope you all have been enjoying the game. This is just another message from another Hollis build. I hope that your team is in the lead, but if not, remember, that's life. That's what all the people say. You're riding high in April, shot down in May. But you know I'm gonna change that tune. When I'm back on top in June. I said that's life, and as funny as it may seem, some people get their kicks stomping on my team, but I don't let it get me down. 'Cause this fine old world, it keeps spinning around. I hope you enjoy the rest of the game, and if it remains the same, remember, that's life. You want your fill? Go check another Hollis build on YouTube. Last Raps Baseball. Let's get back to the game. Let's go! You know that's life. You know it. One love and peace.
Welcome back, everybody. Well, that was quite the finish. Just a reminder, we'll be back on the airwaves tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Pacific time, midnight Eastern, as we'll bring you the Buffaloes and the Marines. We'll wrap this one up here. Unbelievable ball game. It got started in the first inning when the Fighters opened up the scoring. Leadoff single by Daiki Asama. And then after a walk to Yuya Gunji, it was Kitaro Kiyomiya driving home the first run of the ball game. But the Fighters up 1-0. It was the bottom of the second inning that the Fukuoka Ball Club woke up. A leadoff double by Masaki, a walk to Takuya Kai, and then Kawase bounced into a fielder's choice. Up stepped Yukio Shudo, and he had an RBI single, bringing home Takuya Kai with the first run. And then it was Tetsuro Yanagamachi sacrificing, I think, a sacrifice fly to bring home Hikaru Kawase. That gave the lead to the Hawks at 2-1. Well, the Hawks added 4 more in the third inning. Singles by Kurihara, Yamakawa, and a walk to Kondo loaded the bases. And then up stopped Tomoya Masaki, and he had a sac fly to drive home the third run for the Hawks. After a single by Takuya Kai to load the bases, up stepped Kawase again, who drove home 2 runs with a single. That made the scoreline 5-1. And then Yukio Shudo singled home. He had another run as he brought home Takuya Kai to make the score 6-1. Well, after that, it was all Fighters for a while. In the fourth inning, with a leadoff single to Matsumoto, he was erased on a fielder's choice by Ishii. Up stepped Chusei Manami, and he deposited a 2-run homer into the seats to make the score 6-3. In the top of the fifth inning, the Fighters were at it again. A leadoff double off the bat of Daiki Asama, after an error by the third baseman allowed Yuya Gunji to reach base. Up stepped Kitaro Kiyomiya, and he had a 3-run homer to tie the score at 6. He then skipped along into the bottom of the seventh inning. A leadoff home run by Hotaka Yamakawa made the scoreline 7-6. And that was where we were until we went to the top of the eighth. Top of the eighth inning, it was Go Matsumoto led off with a walk. He was sacrificed to second. Chusei Manami stepped up and drove home the runner Matsumoto. That tied the scoreline up at 7. Then after a sacrifice bunt by Tori Fushimi, up stepped Franmil Reyes in a pinch hitting role, and he drove home Manami with a single, and that gave the scoreline 8-7 to the Fighters, a lead they never relinquished. Once again, everybody, we appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel. Thank you for listening to the call again this evening. This had to be the best game of the NPB so far, at least that we have seen. Other games tonight, just quickly, 5-1 in the top of the 9th inning. The Buffaloes have the lead over the Marines. 3-0 Lions have the lead over the Eagles. Appreciate everybody who listened in tonight live. Listen on the delay. I hope you have found it as entertaining as the folks who listened live. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you again tomorrow night on the Last Raps Baseball YouTube channel.